Ambition is sexy.
Ambition is very sexy.
What's your ambition?
To help women build empires.
Help more women run for office.
Empower women financially.
Help women entrepreneurs.
Create powerful images.
Change people's lives.
Fight gender stereotypes.
Equality for all.
For all of us to lean in together.
To transform societies.
Change the world.
Take the stigma out of the word ambition.
Own your power.
Own your power.
Own your drive.
Own your dreams.
Own your dreams.
No judgments.
No judgments.
We own it.
Take the pledge.
Take the pledge.
Take the pledge.
Embrace ambition.
Embrace ambition.
Will you?
My name is Regina Haywood, and I want members of the service to start living near where they work.
You mean in East New York?
I'll do it.
Welcome to the city.
Together, we are going to stem violence in East New York.
Meeting in the community room tomorrow night at 7:30. You gonna be there?
Hell no.
If you do your job, I got your backs.
Welcome to East New York.
This holiday season, save big on all the gifts you need for the gifts that keep on giving. Because while they have no idea what's going on here, a little something of their own will get them in the spirit. They don't know why you'd ever leave the house like this, but they'll happily hold down the fort while you're gone.
Smile.
And let's be honest, they'll never understand this whole situation. But they do get this. Thank goodness. Great prices, happy pets, Chewy.
It's been the ultimate U-turn for UConn. First-year head coach Jim Moore Jr. has the Huskies bowl-eligible. Linebacker Jackson Mitchell and the Huskies coming off the program's first win over a ranked team in 7 years, but it's never easy at the passionate, proud home of the Black Knights. An Army with extra motivation to send off their 19 seniors in style in their final home game at Michie Stadium. College football on CBS Sports Network from the banks of the Hudson at West Point. Resurgent UConn, winners of 5 of its last 6, ready to battle the Black Knights of Army. Hi there, Jason Knapp here. Welcome to West Point alongside 7-year NFL vet Ross Tucker. Tina Servasio will join us with a report from the field shortly. Ross, bowl eligible, winning season, ranked victories. These were not phrases thought to be associated with UConn season, but here we are.
It is unbelievable. I called a bunch of UConn games last year. I have never seen anything like it. It's mainly the same players for the most part that have totally flipped this thing. Just seeing their demeanor and attitude on the field before the game. These guys think they could beat the Giants today. I mean, they are feeling great.
See where this program has come from when you look back, especially that 2020 COVID-canceled season. 1 win a year ago. The coaching switch, Jim Moore Jr. comes in, and they're on the verge of a 7th victory. Jackson Mitchell and this defense, along with a strong running game, part of the recipe for success.
Absolutely. He's become one of the faces of this turnaround for UConn. He's a Connecticut native, and he has been everywhere. Second in all of FBS football in tackles. And how about 5 fumble recoveries? Never even heard of that, including that touchdown against Liberty last week.
Robert Burns may have been 3rd or 4th on the depth chart to start the season at running back, but he's been a revelation.
Well, he's a Miami transfer last year. How about your first 100-yard game ever being your last college football home game in year 5? He also is emblematic of this Husky turnaround.
All of this talk of satisfaction for UConn, it's been a discussion of frustration for Army, especially the last 2 weeks, Ross. 2 losses by a combined 7 points.
Well, that's been the story of the whole season. They've been right there. They just haven't won the close games that in previous years they had. It's been turnovers, missed kicks. I thought they dominated Troy last week. That was a really tough loss. They want to finish strong here at Michie.
And again, senior day for the Black Knights. One of those seniors, Tyler, back in the starting lineup last week. 100-yard game on the the ground, but 2 costly fumbles.
He is clearly the best runner of the quarterbacks, and they've played a bunch this year. Does a great job getting up the field, but as you mentioned, he had the 100 yards. Those 2 fumbles really hurt the Black Knights. My guess is he takes better care of the football today.
Well, here at Michie Stadium, it is full of fans ready to see the Black Knights hit the field, and one of those guys running out for the final time, one of the best defenders in school history, in Andre Carter.
He's an All-American. He's projected to go very high in the NFL draft. That's been talked about a lot this year, but the thing he said to us yesterday, it's so important to him that he finishes strong, not only these next 3 games, but today against UConn.
He and his teammates racing out onto the field here at Michie for the final time as seniors. Again, that group 19 strong, looking to find their way to victory and snap this mini losing streak for Jeff Monken and company. Haven't had too many of those in recent years. Back-to-back 9-win campaigns, winning records 5 of the last 6, but they have to win the last 3 just to get to the 500 mark this year. And Jim Mora Jr., previous head coaching stops at UCLA and in the NFL with the Falcons and Seahawks. And his Huskies are riding high. For more on Mora, let's get you down to the field where Tina Servasio is standing by.
Well, Jason, today could be a significant day for Jim Mora, and not just because it's his 61st birthday, but with the win, UConn would have 7 on the season. And after they upset Liberty, Mora said to his team, at the end of the year, 6-6 is average. 7-5 makes you a winner, and no one wants to be average. And that just speaks to the complete 360 turnaround from last year. But Mora says when he got to UConn, he never watched one game from last season. He wanted a clean slate. He came in with a standard, including lots of communication, using positive language when correcting mistakes, and holding each other accountable. And he knew his message was getting through when the wins started piling on, Jason.
And they have been piling up 3 straight wins for this program. Last 4-game winning streak was the last winning season back in 2010. You look at the weather, crisp and sunny. Temperatures looking like they'll get into the 40s on a glorious November Saturday for football. You look at the series history, UConn leads all time, but Ross, last year here at Michie Stadium, it was Army destruction, routing the Huskies. They were up a bundle at halftime.
It was 42-0 at halftime. They had over 40 minutes time of possession, but this is a very different UConn Husky team this year.
And the Huskies winning 5 of their last 6 after a 1-4 start. And again, Army trying to shake off another set of losses again for them. They've had 4 this season by 10 points or less, coming into the record of 3-6. And the tsunami underway.
Last tsunami of the season. The cadets are ready. They're going to try to will their Black Knight seniors to a win to finish this year up straight for the Black Knights.
Jeff Monken pretty specific with his team, telling them, hey, how we finish, part of the senior legacy, a lot to play for, and play for each other more than anything, with UMass looming next week, and then the showdown with Navy in Philadelphia coming up in early December. Army won the toss, deferred. Cole Talley ready to kick it off here for the Black Knights. Robert Burns among those set to return here for UConn. One last go-around at Michie for the Black Knights here in 2022. And a little wind, as we talked about, so a little reset here for Cole Talley.
Even the cold mid-November days, though, it is just gorgeous here. There's not a cloud in the sky. Sunsplash Stadium, great crowd. What an awesome fall Saturday.
Talley's got it re-teed. And pops it into the air. This will be short of the goal line. Returnable here for UConn. And the bring back short of the 20-yard line. Good coverage for the Black Knights as the Huskies will take over. And you look at the true freshman quarterback, Zion Turner, summoned into a starting role in the first half of the season when the original starter, Taquan Roberson, went down for the year with an injury.
It really is incredible, right? I mean, you come in as a true freshman, you're not really expecting to play, and then Roberson goes down like 12 plays into the season. He has been so steady, which is not really what you expect, right? From a true freshman, you expect him to be more up and down. He's actually been extremely consistent.
And again, offensive coordinator Nick Charlton has worked the play and programming of this offense with a lot of runs, 65% on the ground, including Victor Rosa, another true freshman from Bristol, Connecticut, seeing a lot of carries. For the Huskies, the rest of their offensive starters, the offensive line, Ross, last year was a weak spot. This year, it's been a source of strength.
Probably the biggest turnaround on the team. Christian Haynes, the right guard, is the leader up front, best player on offense. Their O-line coach, Gordy Samus, has done an outstanding job with that group.
Just a gain of 1 on first down. 2nd and 9, still from inside the 20. Turner will fire it to the outside, and that's caught. Justin Jolie, the tight end that will line up out wide, brought down there by Marquell Broughton, and he and Leo Lowen, top 2 tacklers for the Black Knights, missed last week. They're both back on the field this weekend.
Didn't take very long for Broughton already to get in on a play. The senior captain's just been so good, and now UConn's going to have to go from third medium to third long.
Flag down, call from Gary Patterson, our referee. And that'll back up the Huskies 5.
And Gary's everywhere. He was TCU's head coach last year. Now he's a consultant for the Longhorns. No, I'm just kidding. Different Gary Patterson.
It'll be 3rd and 8 here for the Huskies.
This is exactly the situation they try to avoid. You don't want to put your offensive line in position to block Carter one-on-one. They will slide to 34. Here it comes.
Burns in mainly to protect here on 3rd down. Turner goes one way, forced the other, and finally swallowed under. Good pursuit there defensively from Brett Jurina, and finally Max DiDomenico swallowed him up.
So initially it was pretty good protection. Watch, they're going to slide the line this way to Carter, right? They want to have 2 guys for Carter. So you slide 2 guys that way. Army brings an extra guy. Turner can't go that way as he tries to get away. Jurina and Domenico there to get him down. Great start for the Black Knights defensively.
George Carrington on to punt, averaging about 40 yards per kick. Cam Jones, deep man for Army. Black Knights coming! They block it! Back out of the end zone. Army will strike first on the block punt. Miles Stewart with the recovery for a touchdown.
From the left side of your screen, watch 32. He's one of these 2. Jabril Williams is going to come flying in, unblocked all the way to the left. He gets there. That just took too long. The outside guy's not supposed to be able to get there. Jabril Williams. He's only a freshman, 5'10", $180 from Joliet Catholic, makes a huge play to start this game.
So the special teams for the Black Knights delivering. Point after from Quinn Boretsky is good. A special teams jolt. Blocked punt. Touchdown Army on Senior Day.
You called that touchdown. Saw that sack coming. Predicted the pizza tasted better than it looks. And, of course, you knew the game's not over until it's over. So this NFL season, put your skills to the test with FanDuel's free games for a shot at $1 million in prizes. FanDuel, make every moment more.
Don't you think this is a bit extreme?
It is. But it's where I need to be.
We know you love a challenge. We didn't expect this.
If it were expected, it wouldn't be a challenge. So, Mom, Dad, what do you think?
Kevin!
Kevin! Oh.
right here. I was busy cash backing for the holidays with Chase Freedom Unlimited. I'm gonna cash back on the gingerbread house.
Ooh, it's got little people inside.
And a snow globe.
Oh, I wish I lived in there.
You know, I can't believe you lost another Kevin.
It's a holiday tradition.
That it is. Earn big time with Chase Freedom Unlimited. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
Spicy buns, spicy sauce, spicy seasoning, spicy jalapenos, ooh, spicy fries. Boy, Arby's getting loose with the spice on the new Diablo sandwiches and fries. Arby's, we have the meat.
Smile Direct Club. Smile Direct Club is a great way to straighten your teeth at home. They help you get the results that you want. My own son is actually a Smile Direct Club patient. I would highly recommend it.
Start your doctor-directed care at SmileDirectClub.com.
College football on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by The Exchange, welcoming home veterans to their exchange shopping benefits. By USAA Insurance, auto renters and home insurance. And by Serve Pro, the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration.
The emotion of senior day for all of these Army seniors and their families, not only for what they do in football, but their future in serving the nation. Right now, the Black Knights off a block punt for a touchdown with the early lead here on UConn. Well, a jolt of energy from special teams for the Black Knights, putting them ahead. Another boot from Talley and another return opportunity for the Huskies, and a nice bring back across the 25-yard line here for this group.
Look at the Cannon guys, Jason. They weren't ready. They're like running over. They're hustling over. I don't know what you call the Cannon operators. I'm sure you guys will let me know on Twitter at Ross Tucker NFL, but they were not ready. It makes me wonder, what is the communication? They were all sitting on a picnic table over there. I think they were having a sandwich or whatever, and then all of a sudden, they're all sitting there. You get a block punt touchdown. They had to sprint over. I've never seen that before. That was amazing.
Well, they got it done, just like the special teams had a little surprise sneak attack up on the Huskies, and now another flag down here.
Ball start. Number 62, offense, 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Ross, how about things to keep an eye on, including that first one?
Well, yeah, no Liberty letdown. I mean, they've already had 2 false starts and a block punt. Makes you wonder where they're at mentally, and they've already allowed a big play, although I was talking more on defense. Army obviously has to protect the football, and first down defense to try to get UConn into obvious passing situations.
Devontae Houston, the running back, takes the pitch there from Turner. Has room to the outside. Houston, cut back, finally brought down, but not before he gets into Army territory. Nifty run for a guy averaging over 6 yards per rush this season.
This is the outside zone. All these guys are going to go lateral. Watch them all go lateral. The whole offensive line, they're going lateral, and they just want to try to get some seam in there. And right there, he makes Broughton miss with the arm tackle. When you get everybody running horizontally, Jason, you're going to get a lot more guys just reaching out with their arms, and you break those arm tackles because they're not as set with their footwork.
33 yards in the carry. Zion Turner to the outside to Aaron Turner, the top pass-catch combo this year. Flag comes in late. Turner's not related, except they've made a lot of magic on offense here for the Huskies, and that may be a face mask on the Black Knights. The tackle to the yards.
Number 71, offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat, first down.
Well, it's not a face mask. Saw that hand come in. Instead, it's a penalty coming in against the Huskies, and another one on the offense.
Boy, that is a really tough penalty because Sen was down the field. But you got to be careful on any type of screen. If you're an offensive lineman in the open space, you can get away with a lot more inside the trenches in the line of scrimmage than you can in the open field. It's much easier for the officials to see you tugging a little bit, and I could see on the first camera angle we had, Sen just yanked the jersey of Spencer Jones a little bit.
First down and 13 after the penalty call negates that pickup. Rosa on the carry. Again, we talked about Army injury issues throughout this year, Ross. This UConn attack, again, down a starting quarterback. Its top 2 running backs, Nate Carter, Brian Bruton, both down for the season, and top 2 wideouts been missing for a good chunk of the year, too.
That's what I said to Jim Mora Jr. this week. The most impressive part of UConn's turnaround isn't their record. It's the fact that they've done it without their starting quarterback, 2 starting receivers, and their top 2 running backs. That is what's ridiculous.
Yeah, still, they've been able to put it together. Ground game this time, and more of the true freshman, Victor Rosa, who was a little dinged up. Weren't sure if he'd be able to go, but he is giving it a go. Max DiDomenico there on the stop. This kid was under center last year in high school, Ross, and now he's lugging the leather for Coach Moore and company.
Pretty incredible, isn't it, that the turnaround for UConn, with all the injuries, has also been led in part by 2 freshmen. A freshman quarterback and a freshman running back who, as you said, played quarterback at Bristol Central. The future's bright for the Huskies the way they've played and with some of the guys they've got playing.
1st and 10 from the Army 36. Turner with time. Now steps up in the pocket, completes it to Burns out of backfield, and he's smacked down, but another solid game on 1st down. And the grad student transfer from Miami has 8.
There was a stunt up front. Terrific job by the center and right guard picking up. But watch Turner. He knows he's going to get hit. It's not, he's just so calm. You know, they say he's so positive in everything he does. But when you play at a powerhouse high school like he did at St. Thomas Aquinas, he's just used to playing in big games. Nothing phases him.
Offensive coordinator Nick Charlton said he barely lost the starting job coming out of the preseason and then found it due to injury initially in the opening game against Utah State. That's more of Rosa on the ground, good enough to move the sticks here for the Huskies.
One of the things that's really hurt Army this year, 198 yards per game they've allowed in the run defense. So it's good to have Lowen and these guys back, but they're 118th in the country, which is just so interesting because the last couple years with Eric Smith and Nolan Cockrell, they were so good against the run. UConn clearly trying to take advantage of that today.
Burns the running back. Turner, time to get a throw. Shot to the end zone, incomplete. Bo Nicholas Paul there defensively. Target was Kevin's Clarcia, 2nd on this team in catches and yards.
They scored a touchdown on a similar play last week against Liberty with Clarcius down the seam. That is awesome coverage by Bo Nicholas Paul. He's kind of been in it. Look at him celebrating on top of Clarcius after the play, but he was right with him down the seam. I like the call there by UConn OC Nick Charlton. It's 1st and 10. You've been running it well. They had their monster package out there, 7-0 linemen. Why not take a shot?
They'll use some intriguing offensive line formations, much like Army. And behind that line, space here on the near side of the ground for Houston. Fastest guy for the team, 30-plus earlier in the drive, and now working it towards another 1st down.
Watch the run to the left again here. These 2 guys with the double team, pushing Austin Hill out, then getting up on the linebacker. I thought it was interesting, Nate Woody, the D coordinator for UConn, or I'm sorry, for Army, told us yesterday that they were not fitting these runs very well, meaning guys in their gap getting off blocks during the week of practice. And so far, that's showing. Army's run defense is struggling right now.
Did a good job last week, held Troy to just 72 on the ground, but UConn continuing to move effectively. 4 1st downs already on this drive. And you see Burns bashing for more. Andre Carter in on the stop after a pickup of 5 on 1st down. Nate Woody characterized it, Ross, as a little bit like defending an option attack.
Well, in terms of responsibility and making sure you're in the gap, I just can't believe what Burns has done the last couple of weeks. I mean, they think he's a pro. Jim Mora Jr. thinks he should get a shot as an NFL fullback.
Well, he's worked wonders in motion this time. Rosa takes the handoff to the outside, trying to win the race to the corner, and he will get there. Touchdown, UConn.
Rolling on the field is a touchdown.
The freshman flashing his way for his 9th rushing touchdown of the season.
Let's watch his foot. He hits the pylon. Hits the inside of the pylon while the ball was crossing the plane. They're going to take a
Ruling on
look
the
at
field
that.
and touchdown. Previous play is under further review.
You know, when you hit the pylon with a body part, that's out of bounds. So if he hit the pylon with his foot before the ball broke the plane, he's out of bounds short. It's interesting. It doesn't come up. Watch. The left foot right here hits the pylon. He's out of bounds. Ooh, that is close. That is really close where the front of that football was when he hit the pylon. If he's short, Jason, he's about an inch short. To the point where I don't know if they'll have enough to overturn it. Now, if he had reached the ball out and hit the pylon, it's obviously a touchdown. But right there, he's out of bounds. As soon as your foot hits the pylon, you're out of bounds. Now it's all a matter of where the ball was when that happened.
After further review, it was determined that the ball carrier's foot hit the pylon when the ball was over the 1/2 yard line. It'll be 1st and goal at the 1/2 yard line. The clock will start on my signal.
Only good news there, Ross. He did have enough for the 1st down, so they got a new set of downs here from in close.
Yeah, right there. You can tell. I think it's a little closer than the 1/2 yard line. I think it's about the 2-inch yard line. You're looking at where the front of the ball is when you can actually tell that the pylon's hit. Can't take these things for granted. We've seen fumbled snaps recently. Josh Allen in the NFL, Tyler last week.
Burns the setback. Straightaway give, and first effort shut down. Army holding strong. Broughton in from the edge. Spencer Jones, junior linebacker there too.
Well, nobody blocked Broughton off the edge. You'll see right here, 20 comes down the line. There was no soft spot in the defense for Burns to go, and then Broughton able to make the tackle coming from the outside. It's always interesting, isn't it, how well UConn's run the football until they get down here. Now they got the traditional eye set with Burns, the lead blocker. Be alert for Turner's legs. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Multiple flags down on what was going to be the 12th play of the drive.
Snap infraction. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Now it's a pocket full of penalties for Jim Mora's offense. Certainly not pleasing to a coach and the offensive coordinator, Nick Charlton, looking on with this group.
So now they're going to go out of the gun, but what's interesting is they have 7 offensive linemen in the game. This is their monster package down there at the bottom.
Flip it to the outside to Burns. Good pursuit from Army. Broughton leading the charge again.
Jason, I don't know if I've ever seen this. Was this a spin move by a safety?
Timeout, injured
by a
Army
defensive player? Watch Broughton. You can't, he's right here. Watch this move by Broughton. Watch him. Tell me he doesn't do a spin move. What is that?
Media timeout.
What is that? I don't think I've ever seen a spin move by a defensive player in the open field, not on a pass rush like that. Crazy.
Injured Army player getting attended to on the field. It is Bo Nicholas Paul. While he takes some treatment, we'll step aside for the moment from West Point.
For too long, spicy fast food has been anything but. No more. Spice Nirvana awaits at Arby's. Just say, I'll have a Diablo sandwich and loaded fries. Arby's, we have the meat.
The holidays were lonely for the Yeti, but after saving big with early Black Friday at Amazon, Yeti became more social. Shop legendary deals at Amazon.
Look like there's a flag. Mike, I can't keep up with you. You're racing around like you're 10 years younger. How do you stay in such great shape?
Eugenics Total T, Ed, helps me stay leaner, stronger, and gives me back to the energy and stamina I had when I was younger.
How'd you hear about Ninjaks?
You kidding? You haven't seen Frank Thomas and Doug Flutie talk about it? Men over 40, get Eugenics Total T and get back on your game.
Tell him to send a text. Send a text.
To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text BOLD to 231231. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically validated to help increase free testosterone levels so you can trim up and stay lean.
Hey, Ralph, aren't you forgetting something?
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text BOLD to 231231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free.
Paramount Plus has nearly 10,000 family movies and episodes, and is the streaming home of Nickelodeon, where everyone can visit the Big Apple with Blue, snowboard with Sonic, patrol with the pups, mix it up with monsters, and square dance with SpongeBob.
It's time to party!
Plus endless adventures with even more fantastic friends. Paramount Plus, a mountain of family entertainment.
Army junior DB Bo Nicholas Paul being assisted off the field. No weight on that right leg, and the replay not really a great look for the junior from Irvington, New Jersey.
Right there, you'll see Nicholas Paul kind of away from the play, and then unfortunately the center, Guidon, comes rolling into him, obviously just lost his balance. It's interesting. Let's see if they attack the new corner right away. Cam Jones is experienced at the top of the screen, but it was backing up Bo Nicholas Paul today.
3rd and goal. Turner flushed and just fires it over top of his target, Claricius, in the end zone. Nothing there, and the field goal unit will stride on for UConn.
That's a smart play there by Zion Turner. They got Keelan Marion, maybe their most talented receiver, in there. He felt like he was open on the post, but Turner was looking to the right all the way. You can see Marion is frustrated, and what a huge play by Rosa, the true freshman, to hit the pylon with his foot, as you can see what happened after what was really a great drive by UConn.
Noe Rulis, sophomore kicker from West Hartford, coming on. And the field goal is good for the Huskies, 26 yards. Jim Moore's team gets to the red zone, but only comes away with 3.
Attention veterans. You can shop tax-free for life. Come home to your military exchanges for tax-free shopping, exclusive pricing, and free shipping options. 100% of earnings go back to military communities, keeping today's military ready and resilient. You served. You sacrificed. You earned this benefit. Visit shopmyexchange.com/vets to shop and save today.
Here you go, buddy. Thank you.
You may kiss the bride.
Love you, Dad.
Oh my God, it's our baby girl.
America's game is more than just a game. It's who we are. It's about teamwork and the speed, precision, and grit it takes to win. The game teaches values that anchored my team then and drive my team at Palantir now as we develop America's software advantage. We support our nation's service members by giving them the best technology to win.
Smile Direct Club. These are Smile Direct Club aligners. They can turn a smile like this into a smile like this in as little as 4 to 6 months for less than $3 a day. Choose Smile. Get started for free at SmileDirectClub.com.
When you start with better ingredients, better pizza, you also get better papadillas, better cheese sticks, better yummy this, and better tasty that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. Get any two or more for just $6.99 each. That's Papa John's.
Well, in today's installment of Army's Greatest Legends, brought to you by The Exchange, Take a look at Charlie Jarvis, old number 33, churning and burning here for 253 rush yards, 2 touchdowns against Boston College, November 9th, 1968. New Army single-game rushing record at the time of the big victory, and it hung on there for about 30 years, broken by Michael Wallace in 1999, who went for 269 that season against Louisville.
I can't get over some of those cut blocks down the field. Look at Army. They haven't had a chance to throw any blocks yet. I mean, what time is it? It's 12:33 Eastern time, and Army hasn't even gotten the ball yet.
Kickoff from the Huskies. And that one will pop into the end zone. Raheem Murphy will let it roll in there. Touchback. Army football for Tyler and the rest of the Black Knights on offense for the senior from Newport News, Virginia. Get over 400 on the ground and 9 total touchdowns, including the only one for the Black Knights last weekend.
7 on the ground, back-to-back seasons. Can't say enough about his toughness. I mean, the kid probably weighs 175 pounds. And even Brent Davis, the offensive coordinator, said he runs recklessly. He really has no regard for his body. And some of the shots he's taking, and he just keeps going.
Shifting as usual for the Black Knights in the offensive line. Miles Stewart in motion. In the give to the B-back, Tyson Riley powering forward. Gang tackled there by the Huskies, led by Jackson Mitchell. You look at the rest of the Black Knights on the up-front attack, and this offense, Ross, including some textbook players for this attack, like the tight end.
One of my favorite players to watch on film for Army, Josh Lingenfelter, has been so good. He had a big catch last week, but he's really known for his blocking. If you want to watch a guy get after the defenders, watch number 88 in black. He's going in motion now to the top of the screen.
Tyler pitching to the outside. Murphy the adjustment, and fortunate to hang on to it. Tracked effectively by Brandon Boyer Randall, the grad student Texas Tech transfer.
Well, Eric Watts was right there on Tyler, hitting him as he threw it. Terrific job by Murphy, really just to secure the football. That could have been disastrous for a Black Knight team that has 12 turnovers on offense after only having 4 all year last year.
Again, Ijon Marshall joining Tyrell Robinson as explosive slot backs on the injured list. Miles Stewart, another of those slot backs like Murphy on the last play, trying to put Army in position to go for it here on 4th down.
Boy, this will be an interesting decision. It's almost a full 2. Jeff Monken goes by the analytics. He's got a book that says, hey, 4th and 2 from the 33-yard line. What do? He's going to punt it. I think that's the right decision. You know, the first couple runs didn't exactly look like Army's offensive line was overpowering. I don't think you can expect to be able to get 2 yards.
Billy Belkey, Jr. from Cleveland, Ohio, on the punt.
Yikes.
Low liner does take an Army hop, and it'll be fielded and fallen on at the 35 for the Huskies. UConn football with Army in front, first quarter.
Yeah. Yum, yum, yum. Give me some, give me some. Yum, yum, yum. Give me some. I've got all the flavors wrapped in pretty paper. I'll do you a favor, save you some for later. Yum, yum, yum. Give me some. Yum, 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 yum.
This holiday season, save big on all the gifts you need for the gifts that keep on giving. Because while they have no idea what's going on here, a little something of their own will get them in the spirit. They don't know why you'd ever leave the house like this, but they'll happily hold down the fort while you're gone.
Smile.
And let's be honest, they'll never understand this whole situation. But they do get this. Thank goodness. Great prices, happy pets, Chewy.
Jalen and I teamed up to bring back school sports for kids in Philly because I'm these kids' biggest fan. Go to missiontiger.com to see what happened.
And see that I'm their biggest fan.
No, I'm their biggest fan.
They signed my shirt.
Well, that's cheating. I don't even wear shirts.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light.
T-Mobile won't raise the price of your talk, text, and data.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, it all starts with members like you. Because we were founded as a not-for-profit with a mission dedicated to your well-being, with everyday banking tools and loans, all backed by 24/7 support. The kind of support that comes from being a proud partner within your community. Because when you're a member, it all starts and ends with you. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Armed Forces football proudly supported by The Exchange. Army 7, UConn 3. Under 4 left to go. First quarter here from the United States Military Academy. UConn coming in off its first-ranked win last week against Liberty since 2015, and miscues galore, Ross.
Well, the block punt for a touchdown is a big one, but even they got a huge game to Turner, came back on a hold, and then really a mental error if you think about it for Victor Rosa. Only a true freshman, but that should have been a touchdown. I mean, that ball, he should have been able to get that across the pylon without his foot hitting the pylon. You wonder if he was cognizant of it or if he even knows the rule.
5 years since a blocked punt for touchdown for the Black Knights, and another pre-snap penalty. It's against UConn. It would be the fourth.
Number 83, offense, 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That's on Brandon Amensky, sophomore tight end from Mountaintop here.
I knew you were going to get the Mountaintop in there. I knew it. Right near where you live, Crestwood High School. He's really their move tight end, right? So a lot of times he's the off-the-ball guy that they'll move and try to get to block at the second level.
First and 15. Rosa cuts, keeps moving, and look at the second effort. Brings him out across the 40-yard line. For an injury update, let's go downstairs to Tina.
Jason, Army's Bo Nicholas-Paul has left the field. The medical staff put a big knee brace on his right knee. He was helped off the field by an athletic trainer, as well as John Voigt, West Point class of 2017, who is now director of player development here with Army football. Bo Nicholas-Paul not putting any pressure at all on that right leg.
Tina, thanks for the information. Not a good sign for the junior. This is a great sign for UConn. Rosa rumbling into the secondary. Finally stacked up, but not before he gets inside the Army 35. Max DiDomenico with the tackle, and that's what UConn's been doing in recent weeks.
They really have. Now, this wasn't outside zone. This is just what they call duo, which is double teams the point of attack right up the field. One of the things that's really noticeable about UConn is how much better their O-line is, but on the flip side, Army's defensive linemen and linebackers have not done a good job of getting off blocks this year.
27 on that scamper for Rosa.
False start. Number 64, offense, 5-yard penalty. First down.
Okay, Ross, when it's this many, with your experience on the offensive line, what's up?
Well, on that time, watch the defensive lineman move. Right there. The nose tackle moved and the defensive end. That's called a stem, a pre-snap stem when the defensive linemen move. Army does it all the time. I'm surprised UConn's not ready for it. They just did it again.
No flag that time, and not a lot on the ground. Good push up front from the Black Knights defensive line, and that cast of characters, including Kwabena Bonsu.
Right, watch the backside here. You can't lose your gap, okay? He is supposed to be, look, he's in the B gap between the guard and the tackle. Don't get lost, don't get lost. Stay right in there. Everybody stays in their gap. You're able to make the play from the backside. That is a really good job across the board of knowing your responsibility. Terrific job there by Kyle Lewis.
Second and 15. Zion Turner with time. Finds Aaron Turner on the outside. And the leading pass catcher has another Cameron Jones on the stop.
Aaron Turner had a career-high 10 catches last week. That's a far throw for Zion Turner. He's got a good arm. to go all the way out to the sideline from the opposite hash.
11 yards makes it 3rd and 4. Turner in the flat. Complete. First down. And that's Burns with the pickup. Leo Lowen able to get the stop, the leading tackler for the Black Knights.
You know what's crazy, Jason? That ball was thrown behind Burns. I saw their running back coach, E.J. Barthel, who's done an awesome job, by the way. They lost their top 2 running backs. He was throwing his guys passes exactly like that. I was thinking, what is he doing? Not one pass was right to him. It was all either high or behind him on the back hip. They just practiced that before the game started.
Well, worked out. Burns ready for it to move the change. Turner keeping, faked everybody out. 1st and goal for the Huskies with the ball out.
Well, I think he was down. They're going to let it go, but I think he was down.
UConn watching Army bring it back across the 40-yard line. No signal. Jones on the recovery and the return. And let's see about the call if they do go to review.
Well, they're going to have to review it because it was at least close enough. Watch Broughton with the left arm. Yeah, he still had it. I think he had
Rolling on the field is a fumble recovery by Army. 1st and 10.
I think he had it when the
previous
ball
play is under further review.
Does it start to get loose while he pulls it? No, I think he had it. I think, yeah. I mean, there might have been slight movement. The question now is whether or not there was enough movement when Broughton ripped down on it enough to overturn it. I think he still had possession until he hit the ground, and that this should be overturned. Watch it one more time. It's interesting, Jason, because it feels like, well, this is the best angle. Oh, no, actually, it was the other one that was the best angle, but it felt like the ball might have moved a little bit. What? Does the ball move at all right here? Maybe a little bit, but it feels like he still has it.
Oh, yeah. It feels like his arm jostled it out.
Yeah, he still has it when he is still in possession of that football when it hits the ground. I believe this should be overturned.
Again, call on the field is fumble. Recovered and returned by Army. So let's see if they have enough evidence to overturn that for Jim Morris Jr.'s team.
Army had a guy there, by the way, ready for the quarterback to run it, but they were able to block him. Nate Woody, the D coordinator for Army, as you see Jim Morris Jr., talked about the fact that they were going to try to make sure they had someone there for the quarterback boots. It feels like this rip down caused the ball to move a little, but he still has it.
After further review, it was determined that the ball carrier was down at the 5-yard line. His elbow hit the ground prior to losing possession. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Please reset the game clock to 58 seconds. 58 seconds.
I think that's the right call. I mean, there might have been a little bit of movement from Broughton, breaking it down, but he still had it secured. He still had possession until he hit the ground. Good job by the officials.
Saw Nate Woody, Army defensive coordinator. His team will look to tighten up again like they did last time. UConn had it inside the 5. They're on the goal line after the original touchdown was overturned. Held the Huskies to a field goal. Can the Black Knights do it again? Burns, met head on, fights off a tackle, stretching for the goal line. Touchdown, UConn!
Ruling on the field is a touchdown.
Second and maybe 3rd effort from the grad student who Jim Morris Jr. said might be the MVP of this team this season.
Let's make sure he gets in. What an unbelievable effort. Nothing's down right there. His left hip's down. Hard to see where the ball is there, but it looked like it was awfully close. Right there. I think he's it's hard to tell because you're not
ruling
right
on the
line.
field is a touchdown. Previous play is under further review.
It's awfully close, and if the last series taught us anything, is that you don't assume anything. I mean, it could be on the 1-inch line. You don't assume that it's a touchdown. And actually, by that point, the ball would have been across the plane when it got knocked out of his hand.
So it's been a busy few minutes here for our replay official Joe Ryder as he gets to work again.
Yeah, I mean, from that angle, I know it's not right down the line of scrimmage, right down the goal line, but it looked like to me like his hip and elbow were down, and he was a little bit short when his hip and elbow were down. Maybe a couple inches short. Love this. Jim Mora Jr. is also, by the way, the acting defensive coordinator, not even worrying about the replay. He's talking with his linebackers. Look at his lower body and the power. Touchdown or not, that was an incredibly impressive run by Burns.
And Nate Carter hurt his shoulder against Michigan. Been out of commission since. Top running back Ryan Bruton coming in as the backup. He
After
got
further
hurt.
review, determined the ball carrier was down at the 1 yard line. 2nd and goal at the 1 yard line. Clock will start on my signal.
Well, see, I don't know how it's the 1 yard line. I mean, based on the angles we saw, I thought it was more like the half-yard line. I thought both times. When it was Rosa, I thought it was a little bit closer to the goal line than the half-yard line. And here on the 1, I think it's more like the half-yard line. But it gives the Black Knights and Nate Woody's squad a chance to get another stop. Last time they came right with Burns and he got stoned. Let's see if they try something different.
1st and goal. Burns again.
Nope.
Good forward push from the Army defensive line, and they hold Burns and UConn at bay.
It's interesting that they must not like the quarterback sneak with Turner, right? They must not like it because they're right there, and you can have Burns come up from behind and push him. And I don't think UConn will get a playoff here. They could if they won, but they're running out of time here. It would be a little bit hurried. I doubt they run a play.
Already saw offensive coordinator Nick Charlton looking like he was headed down to the other end of the field as time
That's the end of the first
runs
quarter.
out on this opening quarter. We are through one here at West Point. The Black Knights 7. A block punt for touchdown standing up. 3 for UConn. You're watching college football on CBS Sports Network.
Get ready for a showcase of talent at the Greenlight Sunshine Slam. Monday on CBS Sports Network.
Kevin! Oh, nice. Kevin, where are you? Kevin!
Hey, what's going on? I'm right here. I was busy cash backing for the holidays with Chase Freedom Unlimited. I'm going to cash back on the gingerbread house.
Ooh, it's got little people inside.
And a snow globe.
Oh, I wish I lived in there.
You know, I can't believe you lost another Kevin.
It's a holiday tradition.
That it is. Earn big time with Chase Freedom Unlimited. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
Every year, millions of people find a health plan at healthcare.gov during open enrollment. So they can enjoy more visits, have more meet and greets, and have less to worry about. With the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 a month or less with financial help. Feel like a million and find your plan during open enrollment. Healthcare.gov is here for millions like you.
Hello, welcome to T-Town. Like men over 40 everywhere. These guys experience a drop in testosterone. Don't worry, it happens to all of us. Some guys took my advice about how to boost their testosterone, and some didn't. This guy got the message loud and clear.
That's right, Nugenix Total T.
Nugenix Total T is the unique man-boosting formula powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient, clinically researched to boost free testosterone, to help you feel stronger, leaner, with more muscle and drive. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone brand at GNC, but you can only get your complimentary bottle by texting SECURE to 231231.
Thanks. It'll make you feel like a new man. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text SECURE to 231231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free.
It's
16 dead bodies in a buried shipping container.
These aren't just connected cases. This is a serial killing network.
The BAU is different.
Where others see monsters, we see patterns.
This is the biggest case we've ever had. If there is something to find, I swear to you, we will find it.
Don't want to look away from the game? Just tell Siri, read my last text.
Back here at West Point, 7-3 Army over UConn after one, but it doesn't look like that when you look at the game summary, does it, Ross?
First of all, I can't believe that kid's eating Dippin' Dots. It's like 38 degrees, and Dippin' Dots are not close to as good as real ice cream. Secondly, that is a great point. I mean, I've never seen such one-sided stats, but the other team has the lead. That might change right now.
3rd and goal for the Huskies. They fake the give. Fire to the flat. Diving down. Broken up. Broughton with the opportunity there to Rayonte Brown on the little fade to the tight end. Incomplete.
Boy, that says a lot, doesn't it? Watch the pressure coming from the right side. They come off the edge. A terrific job reading it by Broughton and getting on Turner. Actually, that was Cam Jones. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Absolutely the right decision. This is wild. They've been running all over Army except for when they get down near the goal line. This has got to be Burns, doesn't it?
Almost 50% success on 4th downs this year. They need less than 2 for the touchdown. And they won't get it. Army holds again. Chris Frey and company up front, stacking up the Huskies one more time.
I mean, you have got to be kidding me. I have never seen anything like this. UConn is running all over Army until they get down to the goal line and the Black Knights hold.
You called that touchdown. Saw that sack coming. Predicted the pizza tasted better than it looks. And, of course, you knew the game's not over until it's over. So this NFL season, put your skills to the test with FanDuel's free games for a shot at $1 million in prizes. FanDuel, make every moment more.
Michael, you can do anything you want. Why this?
I don't want to be stuck behind a desk.
But out on your own?
I won't be alone. I'll be a part of a team, making an impact.
Great job.
So what do you say, Mom?
Watch this. When you watch me play, you support all of us.
You show your daughter her future matters.
When you watch me play, take the shot. Drive, team up, win.
You prove we deserve more media coverage.
When you watch the game, you change the game.
Ah, humbug. Can barely get reception.
'Tis the season to switch to Verizon. You get a free 5G phone when you do.
Free phone?
Only Verizon gives you a free 5G phone, plus a tablet, smartwatch, and earbuds, all on us.
Wow!
Switch now to the network America relies on.
When you start with better ingredients, better pizza, you also get better papadillas, better cheese sticks, better yummy this, and better tasty that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. Get any 2 or more for just $6.99 each. That's Papa John's.
UConn looked like it had a couple of touchdowns, both overturned by replay, and then Army held the line both times.
Absolutely incredible. I mean, think about that. 2 called touchdowns on the field, and then both times the Black Knight defense stiffens. Terrific play there by Broughton, and then Frey hit him low. Broughton got up high. There is no quit and no surrender, as you would expect from this Black Knight defense. They get back on their 1-inch line, They still think they can stop them, and they did.
2 red zone trips, 10 plays in the red zone, and they only get 3 points. Army backed up just outside its own goal line. Tyler at the controls of the attack. Jacoby Buchanan trying to get some breathing room out across the 5. They're checking it's Tyson Riley on the carry. Let's go downstairs to Tina.
When the Army defense came back to the sideline, you could tell it was a team effort because everyone was congratulating different players for different reasons. Marquel Broughton coming over to the bench saying, referring to the pass play, it felt like that ball was in the air for 30 minutes, and then they were all yelling and screaming. Back to you guys.
Good times for Army again after those close defeats the last couple of weeks against Air Force down in Texas and on the road at Troy. And the offense did not score in either of those second halves. Tyler screaming forward, and Ross, Army's been so limited on offensive plays, haven't had a chance to go through this UConn defensive group, which got some rising talents on the defensive line.
Really like their front 7. Eric Watts, the D end, is a stud, but they need a big day from Gordine. Dalmont Gordine is their run-stuffing defensive tackle. Anytime you play Army, they need to step up big, especially on plays like this. 3rd and about half a yard. This is almost always Jacoby Buchanan time, number 33.
And he is in at the B-back spot. Murphy in motion. Tyler will tuck it and run himself, and a nice gap there with both slot backs helping lead the way for a first down.
I like it. I like it. Rather than going with Buchanan on the fullback dive, which I'm quite sure UConn was expecting, they go with the quarterback zone, and he follows Buchanan around the outside. Watch him follow Buchanan to the left. Terrific blocking. Murphy and Stewart, they really sealed that edge. That was a smart call, whether it was by Davis or by Tyler on the audible on the field.
6 yards to the first down, outside the 15. Now it's the straight ahead kid for the Army ground game, and power up the middle. Eric Watts there on the stop. You get steady diet of the junior from Mount Vernon, Missouri, Tyson Riley. He and Jacoby Buchanan both missing time this year with injury, but both able to give it a go here down the stretch of the season.
Right, neither one of them really been 100% all season, unfortunately, and it's hurt the Army offense. They count on that B-back position incredibly much.
Hayden Reed, the freshman from Florida, has seen a good chunk of time this year. This time it's Tyler. And keeping, rolling around the edge, 7 yards.
This is the midline option, Jason. Watch the quarterback. Okay, watch Tyler actually step backwards. He kind of gets out of the way of the fullback. Watch, he goes back the wrong way and then follows Melise Ballon and Lingenfelter up into the hole. It is so fun to watch Army on video, to see all the different ways they insert different blockers into the formation.
Tyler will go around the right end this time. Keep going until UConn has an answer for it. And it's another positive pickup, half dozen yards this time. Armed Forces football is proudly supported by USAA. Jeff Monken's team said we didn't do enough on offense in the second half last weekend to win against Troy. You could say the same against Air Force the previous week. Again, held scoreless in all 4 of those quarters combined.
Big split to the left side here.
Give straight up the gut. And stacked up by the Huskies. Jackson Mitchell leading the charge, second in the nation in tackles, 5 fumble recoveries, including 1 return for a touchdown last week.
So when I say big split, I'm talking about this area right in here between the center and the left guard. That's a lot of space right there for Jackson Filipowicz. The split is the distance between offensive linemen when they get in their stance. When it's an inside play, you want to have bigger splits because you're kind of naturally creating more space to be able to get a few more yards. Probably another inside play here on 3rd and short. Well, UConn's up in the line.
3rd and 1. Tyler again will tuck and run. Great success to the outside, out to the 42 to move the chains again. Another 6-yard pickup for the senior signal call.
And another quarterback zone there. Brent Davis has a pretty good feel, the offensive coordinator, for what he's seeing right now from Jim Moore. I think he knows what they're going to be lined up in some of these short yardage plays, because he's got Tyler going around their four-man defensive front. They're getting a seal on the edge on those quarterback zones.
Tyler again will pitch. Murphy motoring across midfield. Flags are down, but he lugs it to the 42-yard line of UConn.
It's going to be a hold on Isaiah Alston coming back, and he didn't need to do it. You know, when you're a receiver, you want to stalk block.
Holding, offense, number 11, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
When you're a receiver, you're not going to be able to throw guys down to the ground. They're going to call hold. Watch left side of your screen. His hands are outside, and he torques the guy down to the ground. They're going to call that a hold. It might feel good, and it's fun to throw people down to the ground. But if your hand's outside and you throw him down on the ground, they're going to believe that you torqued him and restricted his movement. And Jeff Monken's frustrated because it's unnecessary. That guy was not going to make the tackle as long as Alston just stayed in front of him.
And now flags fly again. That had been
Prior
the first
to the
penalty
snap,
on Army.
ball start, number 88, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
You know, just going back to the Alston play real quick, because I was a blocker, I was a lineman. It's so fun to throw guys down to the ground, right? But it ends up really being, in that instance, almost a selfish play, because it's really for your own edification. I know you want to be aggressive. I know you want to be physical, and I applaud Alston for that. But you got to know when to do it and when not to do it, because that becomes an extremely costly penalty. Very difficult for Army to come back from these long yardage situations.
Back-to-back penalties puts them at 1st and 22. Definitely off schedule. Speed there and the ball out, but again, ground caused it. Melise Balan, the former quarterback converted to slot back, another of the senior core from Fulton, Maryland. Boy, he had an opening, Ross.
Well, that's 2 in a row. Nice job by Bell from Quebec, from Montreal, to get the left hand out there and just trip him up enough. And yeah, you can see that shoulders down before the ball comes out. But that's twice, back-to-back plays, where Army's getting the ball on the perimeter with 2 blockers for 2 defenders. Mark my words, if UConn doesn't change something up, Army's going to have a long run.
Murphy to the outside, and good pressure and pursuit on the outside. Price Yates among those, helping limit that gain just a yard. It was interesting, Ross talked about Jim Moore Jr. serving as the de facto defensive coordinator for this team. Never played against an option attack before, and certainly went to some guys on his staff to try to figure that out, and even dug a little bit deeper. Preston Pearson, UConn's general manager, his dad Dale, longtime assistant at Navy, including his defensive coordinator. We asked Coach Moore, did that phone call help? He said, oh yeah. Wow. Big hit there on the outside. Murphy trying to get in pursuit, and Bell with a nice stop.
Well, so they had a blocker for Bell, though. You have to attack him. You can't wait on him. Watch. He pitches it, and you'll see Miles Stewart gets too wide. Miles Stewart is a youngster. As a slot back, he got too wide. I think he expected Bell to widen with him because he had contained, but Bell said, heck no, I'm just coming downhill and being aggressive.
Belkey on to boot it away, and Army got into UConn territory before penalties negated it. Nice kick from Belkey. Oh, trying to track it was UConn, and that one falling all the way out. You see Cam Ross back there, will go for a touchback as the Black Knights still lead.
Today, I'm a captain on the Army West Point football team. Tomorrow, I strive to lead winning teams.
Today, I study to excel in the classroom. Tomorrow, I can reach for the stars.
Today, I am leading cadets during summer training. Tomorrow, I will be ready to lead soldiers on the battlefield.
Today, I lead with character as the brigade commander. Tomorrow, my possibilities are endless. West Point, where leaders are made.
Give it up for the big hurt, Frank Thomas.
Congratulations, Frank. Hey, Andy, Doug, you guys look great. Hey, I feel great, too. Ever since you told me about Nugenix Total T, I'm crushing my workouts.
Thanks to Nugenix, I got more energy, more stamina, feeling years younger.
From the brand that brought you GNC's #1 vitality product and product of the year, new Nugenix Total T is our most powerful man-boosting formula ever because it boosts your free testosterone and your total testosterone. To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text GO to 231231.
I like the competitive edge Nugenix gives me. Hey, me too. Guys over 40, you need Nugenix Total T, and she'll like it too.
Text GO to 231231 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of new Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. That's GO to 231231.
Oh my God, is he dead?
No, he's taking a break.
What's a mafia capo doing in Tulsa?
I'm going to take 20% to protect you from the gangs. You got to know your risk.
There was no risk until you came along.
Any flammable liquids or firearms?
In the box? Nah.
How's Tulsa treating you?
It's like the Paris of the Southwest.
Tulsa King. New series now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus. Use promo code Tulsa King to get 1 month free.
It's an honor to be a part of the Army-Navy game. Just the atmosphere, just the passion, and just the emotions displayed by both teams.
You see Beat Navy everywhere on West Point's campus, so you know how special the game is. And we understand that we're representing much more than ourselves. We're representing all the men and women that serve in the Army, and that's what makes the game really special.
21 days, 3 weeks left in the countdown to the Army-Navy game presented by USAA. Tune in Saturday, December 10th on CBS. The rivalry showdown renewed this year from Philadelphia. Jason Knapp, Ross Tucker, Tina Cervasio, glad to have you along for the ride here. Final home game of the year for Army at Michie Stadium. UConn to the ground after the 58-yard punt from Billy Belkey, and it's Robert Burns picking up 5. This UConn team, Ross, just trying to shake off those deep surges that only produced 3 points.
This might be the most eventful 7-3 game I think I've ever called to this point. I mean, this has been wild. There's been some big plays, some long drives, some goal line stands. It's been an awesome football game. Don't get fooled by the score.
Give him 6 on first down. Houston going to run right. And Army doing a good job of pursuing that and flattening down the ball carrier. Jim Moore Jr., Ross, we talked to him last year right after he picked up the UConn job. He had been doing some TV analyst work, was living in Sun Valley, Idaho, skied 78 days, one ski season before that, jumped back into the fray, and what a difference he's made.
It's unbelievable. It really is unbelievable because it's so many of the same kids. Any third down situation like this, you want to be alert for Turner in the slot as well as Zion Turner to run it. Be alert for both Turners.
5 wide here for the Huskies on 3rd and 5. And it's complete. Claricius to the outside across the 30, first down.
Interesting strategy by Nate Woody. He's only rushing 3. He's going to try to force Turner to make throws from the pocket, and that's a well-done job by Turner. I mean, Army's in a zone. Claricius is open in the flat. Throw it out to him, get the first down. Nice job by Nick Charlton there, who's got an interesting story himself. Was the main head coach the last few years, but stepped away from that position to join Jim Mora Jr. at UConn and be the OC.
It's worked out quite nicely from a Husky perspective with this group on a roll, winning 5 of its last 6. Up the gut, Houston again. And boy, Ross, you look at some of these guys across the country and what they've done. Mora in the mix for Coach of the Year?
Absolutely, he should be. Now, look, you look at Sonny Dykes, 10-0. That's hard to argue with. What Josh Heupel's done at Tennessee, 9-1, extremely impressive. But I'm not sure people realize, unless you're a UConn fan, just how bad things were the last couple years. I mean, even just last year, this was a really beaten down group of young men. Jim Mora Jr. told us, as you see Jim Mora Sr.'s here for the game, the former Marine, that A lot of the guys were crying, the older guys crying after they beat Liberty last week.
Fired to the outside. That one low. Jim Morris Sr., again, longtime NFL coach. His son with his stint in the NFL. A couple of them with Atlanta. There's a coach.
Agonizing.
Yep, it was there.
Agonizing. Hey, can I say it? Playoffs. I really wanted to get my picture taken with him on the field before the game so badly. I didn't see him down there. But I had my whole tweet ready. Me and Mora, playoffs.
Coach in there, whole family for Jim Moore, kids on hand. Again, his 61st birthday today. Looking to have a winning celebration and continue this wave of good fortune for the Huskies. 3rd and 7. Turner stepping up, using his legs, and the freshman scampering into Army territory. First down and then some. A guy that can just flat out make plays in Zion Turner.
So if you come with a blitz, watch the right side. Here comes the blitz. Charlo, there's nobody there now. If you come with an overload blitz to one side and it doesn't get there, you create a huge seam like they did. And it's interesting because I think that's why Nate Woody hadn't been blitzing. He didn't want to potentially create a big seam for Zion Turner to run through like he did right there. I don't know how many more blitzes we'll see from the Black Knights after that.
Third pickup of 20 or plus yards in this contest for UConn. But again, it hasn't led to a trip to the end zone that stood. 2 of them called back via review. Rosa running left. Speeds through the pile. The freshman hits the accelerator. Touchdown. That one should stand. Huskies take the lead. Coach Morris Sr. likes it. Junior must too.
This is just a toss stretch play, and it's UConn's bread and butter. Watch them get everybody moving laterally. Now watch downfield number 5. Watch Aaron Turner right there. Aaron Turner, number 5 on Domenico. I mean, that is awesome. You got a 5'7", a $170 receiver down the field, all up in the safety's face so he can't make the tackle. That's not a touchdown without Aaron Turner.
Rulis perfect on PATs this year and smacks another one through. Well, Turner, the freshman, with a big pickup to put it in range. Rosa races to pay dirt. UConn on top.
This new tent's amazing.
Yeah. And it was easy to pay off the low rates on our Platinum card from Navy Federal Credit Union. Can't imagine where we'd be without them.
You should.
Yeah.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
America's game is more than just a game. It's who we are. It's about teamwork and the speed, precision, and grit it takes to win. The game teaches values that anchored my team then and drive my team at Palantir now as we develop America's software advantage. We support our nation's service members by giving them the best technology to win.
I'd love to have one of my own someday.
Thanks.
Oh, I was talking about your USAA bumper sticker.
My dad served. Passed membership down to me. I'll pass it to her.
That's a lucky kid.
USAA, it's for the military community.
Ever wonder why Kit Kats are so delightfully crispy? There's your answer. 1, 2, 3 tasty wafers covered in creamy milk chocolate. Isn't it nice wafers are having their moment? Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light.
T-Mobile won't raise the price of your talk, text, and data.
With Sonic's 2 for $5 menu, you get 2 delicious things for only $5, which is helpful if you struggle with decision making. The Sonic 2 for $5 menu.
Sonic.
Tomorrow, an NFL on CBS doubleheader. The early matchups featuring the Eagles on the road at Indy, an AFC East battle between the Jets and Patriots. Later, an enormous NFC showdown when Dak and the Cowboys clash with the Vikings. Updated on all the day's storylines. You can get that noon Eastern with the NFL Today. Tomorrow, the NFL on CBS. How about that in the whiteout category? Pretty good.
Unbelievable. I think Justin Jefferson might be the best guy doing it these days. He is so impressive. What he did last week against Buffalo, I think the one catch might be the best I've ever seen. Is Cam Lewis, the defensive back for the Bills, had two hands on it. Jefferson just ripped it down.
Boot from Rulis into the end zone. Touchback, and the UConn defense, what a flip of the script from that first 5-game stretch, Ross. They have been so strong since.
It took a little time for Jim Mora Jr. after Lou Spanos took a leave of absence, the D coordinator, to figure out how to best utilize his personnel. They have a bunch of good defensive linemen. So they wanted to go with a 4-down front, which is what they're employing today. And I was really impressed watching all 4 of those guys on video against Liberty.
Riley in the B-back spot for Army. The Black Knights hoping to work their way down the field. Again, they got across midfield. Penalty brought it back, but the touchdown again, Ross, for this attack on special teams, and they're headed towards another half, potentially without offensive points.
Watch Swenson. He reads this and comes in. I feel like he gets lost in the Jackson Mitchell stuff, comes flying in and makes the tackle.
Tyler dragged down. Price Yates read it and yanked the quarterback to the turf.
Timeout. Connecticut, that's their first charge timeout of the half. Full timeout, media timeout.
Loss of 7 for Jeff Monken's team. Jim Mora taking a timeout, trying to preserve some clock, see if his team can get the football back.
Here you go, buddy. Thank you.
You may kiss the bride.
Love you, Dad.
Oh my God. It's our baby girl.
If you're loud, be louder. If you stand out, stand strong. And if you got the devil on your shoulder, take him for a ride.
The holidays were lonely for the Yeti, but after saving big with early Black Friday at Amazon, Yeti became more social. Shop legendary deals at Amazon.
With Sonic's 2 for $5 menu, you get 2 delicious things for only $5, which is helpful if you struggle with decision making. The Sonic 2 for $5 menu.
Sonic.
Bundled up, getting some hot refreshments and enjoying college football on a November Saturday at West Point. 10-7 here for UConn. Late second quarter, ahead of the Ram Trucks halftime report. Adam Zucker, Rick Neuheisel, Brian Jones. They'll break down this game, get you caught up on all the other games around the country, all ahead of the Ram halftime report. Even the young ones, Ross, need to stay
That
toasted.
is making me miss my daughters right there. I won't see them till Monday, doing the Chargers and Chiefs tomorrow night on the radio. Nothing like when they're that age and they're all bundled up and you snuggle with them. Amazing.
Jamel Jones now in at quarterback. Another senior signal caller. He'll take to the air looking for Isaiah Alston on the outside and a flag down.
Boy, he had good coverage. He didn't need to do that. And the ball was off target. Watch Bell, who's been outstanding. He's holding down and pushing a little bit before the ball gets there. It wasn't much, but he didn't need to do it.
Pass interference. Number 11, defense. Automatic first down to the spot of the foul.
Well, it was 14, obviously, Malcolm Bell. And really, the interesting thing is watch Bell. If he doesn't push him, if he just plays the ball, Bell probably picks it off. But instead, he kind of pushed Alston. Didn't need to do it.
So again, Jones coming in at the quarterback spot. Again, started a couple of games this year against Colgate and ULM. A couple of wins for Army. The team went back to Tyrell Tyler again, and now Jones trying to lead this Army unit down to the end zone for the first time in this game, pick up a 5.
He's the better thrower than Tyler, which is why he's out there right now. Army still has all 3 timeouts. They have enough time here to get some points.
Jones, pitch to the outside. Murphy motoring on the edge. Into the secondary. Finally forced out of bounds inside the 30. The senior from Charlotte, North Carolina, pushed out by Boyer Randall, but Army in business deep in UConn territory.
Excellent blocking on the edge. Watch on the edge, Ballon, number 9. Good block by Maurice Ballon on the edge. That sprung Murphy. A couple of seniors helping each other out.
34 yards. Army on the attack and getting to the 25, and not much further is Jamel Jones, senior from the Colony, Texas.
Already in field goal range here. They want to try to get closer, though, obviously, and they're also trying to let the clock go a little bit so UConn doesn't get another chance.
Straight ahead for Tyson Riley, barreling forward towards the 20, about a yard short of the first down.
I like the decision of Monken not to call a timeout yet. Make sure you get at least another first down and get inside the 20 before you start stopping the clock.
3rd and 1. Give again, Riley. And he'll muscle his way forward to move the chains. Clock stops as they get it set up on the first down.
So now if you're Army, obviously, you have a play ready, you call it, and then you start to consider using your timeouts now that you're very much in scoring position.
From the Husky 17. And Army looking for its first offensive points of the half.
Now this surprises me. This is, in my mind, a little too much time.
Jones. Pitch. Running room. Ballon inside the 10. About a yard and a half, 2 yards short of the first down. Get 8 for number 8.
And he got out of bounds, so he doesn't have to use a timeout. Now watch Murphy. We showed Ballon block for Murphy. Now Murphy blocks for Ballon. A couple of senior slot backs that haven't gotten as much exposure as some of their teammates over the years, but now they have Army on the precipice of 6 points.
And it's 8 yards there for number 9, Ballon. Riley straight ahead, powers inside the 5. Clock will stop on the first down.
Yeah, don't have to use a timeout now, because you can use a timeout after these next couple plays.
Army going, stepping up the tempo. Jones keeps squeezing towards the goal line. Looks to be short.
Timeout. Yeah, now you use a timeout.
And a timeout for Army.
Timeout, Army. That's their first charge.
First
timeout
of the half. We'll
30-second timeout
for 30 seconds in return.
Welcome to Ameriprise.
I'm Sam Morris, and my brother Max recommended you.
So my best friend Sophie says you've been a huge help.
At Ameriprise Financial, more than 9 out of 10 of our clients are likely to recommend us.
Our neighbors, the Garcias, love working with you.
Because the advice we give is personalized.
Hey, John Reese Jr.
How's your father doing?
To help reach your goals with confidence.
My sister told me so much about you.
That's why it's more than advice worth listening to. It's advice worth talking about. Ameriprise Financial.
Army with 66 yards gained on this drive deep in the second quarter, putting them on the doorstep of the goal line, 2nd and goal with 22 seconds left.
Jacoby Buchanan is in the game. Now, they've had success against this short yardage defense with the quarterback zone going around the edge.
Jones again. Breaks the play to the goal line. Touchdown, Army.
Ruling on the field is a touchdown.
Boy, that was close. Watch him get knocked back. I thought he was going to walk into the end zone, and boom, right there on the goal line, Jones got knocked back. He's got to get lower than that and dive forward.
The ruling on the field is a touchdown. The previous play is under further review.
Look how well blocked this was. I thought he was going to waltz into the end zone, but Jackson Mitchell had other ideas. What a stick by Jackson Mitchell. We have seen some awesome goal line defense in this game. If you're Jamel Jones, though, right there, you got to get in. I mean, let's see if we can see the ball right here. Number 7, pretend you're the line judge. Get out of the way, though, line judge. I can't pretend I'm the line judge if you're in my way. Boy, that's tough to see, isn't it?
Official on the far side had the call.
And he had the better angle. Mitchell ate him up. I mean, he didn't go any further. His right foot was on the goal line. I don't know if we have an angle for these officials to be able to overturn it. It's awfully close right there because you can see his feet are on the goal line. So where's the ball? This will probably be the best one.
But he's screened there from our view by Buchanan.
Even there, Jacoby Buchanan's in the way. Yeah. I don't see how there's enough to overturn it. We've looked at every angle I believe we have. It's awfully close as we effort to set the record all time in a football game for replay reviews on goal line plays. We've got 3 here now in the first half.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
I didn't see anything to overturn. Although, to be honest with you, if they would have said he was stopped at the 2-inch line, I wouldn't have seen anything to overturn that either.
Well, Jamel Jones picks up another rushing touchdown, his 7th of the season, with the senior from the Colony, Texas. When Moretzky on for the point after. Blocked. Army's kicking woes continue. Moretzky missed a PAT last week and a chance at a game-winning field goal at the tail end of the Troy game. And now extra point blocked. Army with a 3-point cushion deep in quarter 2.
It was the beginning of time when Sky Woman fell from the sky onto the turtle's back. For the Haudenosaunee, the creator's game is not only a game, but an act of healing, unity, and conflict resolution. From Olympic gold medalist Jim Thorpe to Rinaldi Basenti, sports thread healing and wellness among our people and connect us to the natural world. We join CBS Sports in celebrating Indigenous athletes of the past, present, and future.
I believe it was Eric Watts, the 6'6" junior DN. Watch and see if he jumps over right here, jumps over the line, and I think he got a piece of that. It's 6'6". Saw him on the field pregame. He is a very physically impressive young man. He looks like what NFL defensive linemen look like, and obviously that's a huge point. The difference between being a 3-point game and a 4-point game.
Top 25 in the nation in sacks for Watts. Now comes up with a special team stop. Little hesitation there on the return for Houston right at the goal line and brings it out to the 22. Look at the Ram Trucks college football playoff poll in the top 10 this week, Ross, including that quartet of unbeatens in the top 4.
Well, let's see if Will Levis, a lot of people think he might still be a first-round pick. He's got his opportunity at home against the Bulldogs at 3:30 on CBS.
TCU in a battle against Baylor right now, knotted up at 14 apiece. With Adam Zucker and the crew Get you caught up on those momentarily. Kneel down from UConn. So Army scores late in the second quarter. Jeff Monken's team will have the football to start the third.
That is a big drive coming up to start the second half. If Monken's crew can go down and get up by 2 scores. What an awesome first half of football.
Stellar record for Coach Monken and his crew when leading at the break, as you witnessed. And right now, Army 13-10 advantage on UConn. You're watching college football on CBS Sports Network.
Humbug. I can barely get reception.
'Tis the season to switch to Verizon. You get a free 5G phone when you do.
Free phone?
Only Verizon gives you a free 5G phone, plus a tablet, smartwatch, and earbuds, all on us.
Wow.
Switch now to the network America relies on.
Kevin!
Kevin! Oh, nice.
Kevin, where are you?
Kevin! Hey, what's going on? I'm right here. I was busy cash backing for the holidays with Chase Freedom Unlimited. I'm going to cash back on the gingerbread house.
Ooh, it's got little people inside.
And a snow globe.
Oh, I wish I lived in there.
You know, I can't believe you lost another Kevin.
It's a holiday tradition.
That it is. Earn big time with Chase Freedom Unlimited. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
The holidays were lonely for the Yeti, but after saving big with early Black Friday at Amazon, Yeti became more social. Shop legendary deals at Amazon.
Savings are now in stock at Cabinets to Go during our Buy More, Save More sale. Discover stunning, high-quality kitchens, closets, flooring, and more. This is how you wow for less.
Look like there's a flag.
Mike, I can't keep up with you. You're racing around like you're 10 years younger. How do you stay in such great shape?
Nugenix Total T, Ed, helps me stay leaner, stronger, and gives me back to the energy and stamina I had when I was younger.
How'd you hear about Nugenix?
You kidding? You haven't seen Frank Thomas and Doug Fleet talk about it? Minimum 40, get Nugenix Total T, and get back on your game.
Tell them to send a text. Send a text.
To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text BOLD to 231231. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically validated to help increase free testosterone levels so you can trim up and stay lean.
Hey, Ralph, aren't you forgetting something?
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text BOLD to 231231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free.
Paramount Plus has nearly 10,000 family movies and episodes, and it's the streaming home of Nickelodeon, where everyone can visit the Big Apple with Blue, snowboard with Sonic, patrol with the pups, mix it up with monsters, and square dance with SpongeBob.
It's time to party!
Plus endless adventures with even more fantastic friends. Paramount Plus, a mountain of family entertainment.
You are watching the Ram Trucks Halftime Report on CBS Sports Network.
All right, everybody, welcome down the Hudson into our New York studios. Adam Zucker alongside Rick Neuheisel and Brian Jones. Our score at the half, Army on top, 13-10. Ignore the statistics. Look at the special teams and the goal line stats.
No doubt. Army's playing well in those phases prior to their offense getting involved there before the end of the half. But you get a block punt, as we watch here, through the wickets. That's some poor punt protection by UConn, and Army takes well advantage of it. Then, Rick, a goal line stands here. The Black Knights defense is really balling.
Listen, Army's playing hard, but they can't survive giving up 8 yards a carry to UConn. This is not a formula for victory. They've got to get back to doing what they do best, which is control the ball, possess the ball. This is a touchdown here that gives them the lead at halftime, but you cannot be trailing in time of possession and giving up 200 yards rushing and expect to survive.
And that was a ruling on the field that stood.
Yes.
That was not confirmed. That was a good angle at first, and then we were a little unsure about whether or not the ball crossed the plane.
Touchdown nights.
But
Yeah,
extra point got blocked. So 13-10 our score there. Let's hit the early highlights now, starting with Illinois visiting number 3 Michigan. Illini 2 straight losses, so they're fighting for survival in the West, and you don't want to be fighting for anything up against Blake Corum, BJ.
The Doolin Deuces, Chase Brown for the Illini and Blake Corum for
See
Michigan.
that quarterback get in there?
How about J.J. McCarthy? They're going to show some love to him when they look at the game film after this one. Corum would punch it in there after the long run, and the excellent blocking by the quarterback. They don't do that too often, folks. This one is a little scary here. Blake Corum around the end is going to get hit on that left knee. They ruled this a fumble on the play. Luckily for Michigan and Mr. Corum, he was able to walk off the field on his own 2.
Over 100 yards in the first half before that happened. He walked off to the tunnel, so we'll see as the day goes on what comes of the Michigan star running back. So meantime, number 4 TCU, undefeated, but they're up against the wrong team when you're undefeated in the Big 12.
Baylor has ruined many a party in the Big 12, and they get off to a great start. Quaylon Jones doing the honors there with the touchdown. Duggan, one of the great stories in college football, on the bench, comes off the bench leading an undefeated season. He gets into the end zone. Now it's Kelsey Johnson, a tight end reverse. You don't see those all the time. 14-7 Baylor. Kendre Miller, 1,000-yard back, gets it to 14-14. An interception there at the end of the half to keep the score tied at halftime.
Yeah, and the last 2 10-0 Big 12 teams, their 11th game was against Baylor, and they lost. And there's a lot of teams around the country rooting for Baylor right now.
Well, there's a lot that want to get into this CFP party, and everyone is looking at TCU as they're going to be the first to be eliminated. I think they come out in the second half, play a little bit better. They expended a ton of energy last weekend in Austin.
I am done doubting the Frogs.
Yeah.
I have said, well, this will be the week that they fall down. This is the week that somebody will rise up and knock them off. They have found a way each and every week.
Yep.
Last week with defense and a running game, they've certainly been highly explosive at times. They've got players to get it done. I'm going to stick with the Frogs.
Undefeated's undefeated. All right, back to the highlights now. And number 20, UCF, hosting Navy, the Knights' highest-ranked Group of 5 team after their win at Tulane. Navy, though, that big second half against Notre Dame, trying to continue it here, BJ.
Yeah, that offense gives everyone problems if you're not one of the academies, and you see Xavier Arline, and then here comes UCF with Vincent Terrell on the end of this throw, and UCF is hanging tough. Their defense has actually been playing pretty well.
Yeah, haven't led yet, though, and plenty still to come here on CBS Sports Network. The Mountain West Championship game matchup could be set when the night is done. It's 7 Eastern. Boise State visits Wyoming for the Mountain, and then it's Fresno State at Nevada. And we're back with more highlights after this.
Today, I'm a captain on the Army West Point football team. Tomorrow, I strive to lead winning teams.
Today, I study to excel in the classroom. Tomorrow, I can reach for the stars.
Today, I am leading cadets during summer training. Tomorrow, I will be ready to lead soldiers on the battlefield.
Today, I lead with character as the brigade commander. Tomorrow, my possibilities are endless. West Point, where leaders are made.
This holiday season, save big on all the gifts you need for the gifts that keep on giving. Because while they have no idea what's going on here, a little something of their own will get them in the spirit. They don't know why you'd ever leave the house like this, but they'll happily hold down the fort while you're gone.
Smile.
And let's be honest, they'll never understand this whole situation. But they do get this. Thank goodness. Great prices, happy pets, Chewy.
If you are serving or have served our great nation, you know the Army and Air Force Exchange Service is your taste of home. With tax-free shopping, military exclusive pricing, and exclusive credit options, the Exchange is your partner in readiness and resiliency. I'm Sergeant Major of the Army, Michael Grinston, and I shop the Exchange. Find out more about your Exchange benefit at shopmyexchange.com/vets.
Old Trapper beefs. One-upping.
I'm a big Old Trapper fan. Not bigger than me. I love Old Trapper. I love how tender it is. Don't forget the wood smoke flavor.
What about the clear bag?
That shows you exactly what you're getting.
Savory beef.
Quality ingredients. I'm their biggest fan.
I'm their
Old Trapper. What's your beef?
Will you sign my bag and my tattoo?
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our trouble will be out of sight.
T-Mobile won't raise the price of your talk, text, and data. Plus, families get over $225 in benefits every month.
It seems like places are giving you less and less food these days.
Yes, Mama, it's called shrinkflation. Oh, shrinkflation, that's just another word for robbery. But this is shackflation. What? Dang, that's huge. Extra pepperoni, extra cheese on that thing.
4 delicious pieces of chocolate. 3 crisp wafers. 2 layers of sweet Kit Kat filling. 1 incredible break. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Welcome back to the Ram Trucks Halftime Report. Later today, the SEC on CBS features the #1 team in the nation preparing for a battle in the Bluegrass State.
It's about us. It's about our family. We attack.
It's not the be-all and end-all to just win the East. There's a lot of things left out there for this team to do. Going to a tough place to play in the SEC. Mark Stoops has done an incredible job there. We're trying our best to be at our best.
Trust the person next to you to do his job. Let's go.
You're playing the #1 team in the country, and they deserve to be #1. And we have a great challenge ahead of us.
Play for each other. Let's win this thing as a team.
Well, Kentucky, just like any Georgia opponent, is going to have to summon something today. Dogs have won the last 12 between them.
Yeah, Georgia might be the only team in the country that has a margin for error, but Kentucky better not hope for that. They better go out and play like Kentucky has played in the past, which means control the ball, Brian.
Don't play as they did last week, especially on the defensive side of the ball. They gave up over 260 yards rushing to Vanderbilt, and we know Georgia, with that stable of backs and a quarterback that can utilize his legs, can burn you quickly.
Gonna have to forget about the Vandy game pretty fast. All right, let's get back to the highlights now. Kind of that unofficial bye week for a lot of teams. Alabama, the tune-up for the Iron Bowl. Austin Peay's going for it on 4th and goal.
DeLillo tries to get it to Jordan Goko, but that pass is incomplete. They'd be blanked at halftime. Bryce Young doing what Bryce Young does. Jermaine Burton on the receiving end. 14-0 Bama. And now it's Kool-Aid time. Look at that Kool-Aid smile right there. McKinstry, that is, picking it off from DeLillo. He returns it. Alabama would get a field goal. Jace McClellan, 136 yards, almost 10 yards a carry and a touchdown.
Yeah, already a career high for him. Purdue, part of that logjam in the Big Ten West, BJ.
Yeah, no clinching scenarios this week, but how about Aiden O'Connell picking up where he left off last week at Illinois, finding Charlie Jones. That's my play cousin, folks. Anytime he scores, I'm claiming him. And then O'Connell again, the pain. Durham!
Charlie Jones, you wonder how he's ever opened, by the way, over 1,000 yards and now 11 touchdowns.
91 catches on the year, and Iowa said, we don't need you.
Shocking. That'll do it from here in New York. We thank you for watching. Coming up next, the second half of UConn and Army.
This has been the Ram Trucks Halftime Report. Ram Trucks, built to serve.
Wow. It really turned out great.
Yeah, and with the money we saved with Navy Federal Credit Union, it was practically free.
You know, I can't imagine where we'd be without them.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
You called that touchdown. Saw that sack coming. Predicted the pizza tasted better than it looks. And, of course, you knew the game's not over until it's over. So this NFL season, put your skills to the test with FanDuel's free games for a shot at $1 million in prizes. FanDuel, make every moment more.
A caring man took a walk. He saw people suffering. Anxiety ran high. Hatred rose. I'll prepare a feast and bring them together, he thought. But some refused to join him. He was heartbroken because he wanted everyone to be filled, not with food and wine, but with compassion.
America's game is more than just a game. It's who we are. It's about teamwork and the speed, precision, and grit it takes to win. The game teaches values that anchored my team then and drive my team at Palantir now as we develop America's software advantage. We support our nation's service members by giving them the best technology to win.
We're turning up the tailgate with a Twisted Tea drop. We're surprising real Twisted Tea fans who love the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea with a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
You're helping her study for a geography test.
When a burger with steak, butter, and bacon sounds like the best, she's about to find out you can't read a map.
Hey, Sonic steak, butter, bacon, cheeseburger.
Sonic.
Your granddaughter's gonna love that. Third-generation sailor.
Sailor? Make sure she joins USAA.
My family loves USAA. We've been members for 40 years. But you can keep trying, though.
USAA. It's for the military community.
A block punt for a touchdown. Overturned scores. Goal line stands. Blocked extra points. Wild first half at Army. More coming up. Second half in a moment.
Ever wonder why Kit Kats are so delightfully crispy? There's your answer. 1, 2, 3 tasty wafers covered in creamy milk chocolate. Isn't it nice wafers are having their moment? Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Watch this. When you watch me play, you support all of us.
You show your daughter her future matters.
You invest in the next generation of leaders. When you watch me play, you fight for our dreams.
Are you watching this?
Harris with a fantastic save.
When you watch me play,
Take the shot.
make the move. Team up. Drive. Win. you prove we deserve more media coverage. When you watch the game, you change the game.
On an urgent Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Hurry! It's almost kickoff. I am. Oh, they logged me out! What's the password?
Okay, it's P23XR ampersand.
Dude, the caps lock is on! Ah! How much time we got?
I missed basic cable. Here we go.
What was there? What was there? Oh no, I got the spinning wheel!
Fanstown by Dr. Pepper.
This commercial. Game hasn't started.
They play these too much.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Out here, you're more than just a landowner. You're a gardener, a landscaper, a hunter. Because you didn't settle for ordinary. Same goes for your equipment. Versatile, powerful, durable Kubota equipment. More goes into it, so you get more out of it.
Oh, yeah, Sunday NFL action is back.
What's better than 10 hours of football on a Sunday?
Buckle up, Buttercup.
14 hours of football on Sunday.
You're going to need a defibrillator. Clear!
Start your football Sundays with that other pregame show. Tomorrow at 8 on CBS Sports Network.
Back at Mikey Stadium, a look at the Exchange first half stats. First quarter dominated by UConn everywhere but the scoreboard.
Well, it's kind of wild, too, just to look at the passing yards. Both teams obviously
leaning on the ground game. And for the most part, Jason, UConn got the better of it. I mean, UConn was doing a great job grinding out first downs, moving the ball down the field. They controlled the action except for those 2 goal line stands.
I was going to say, what do you make of that in the entirety of the first half, considering all the crazy activities going on?
Yeah, well, that's exactly what happened, right? I mean, it started with the blocked punt. Talk about getting off to an inauspicious start. UConn gets the punt block, and then not once but twice, they got stuffed on the goal line. They finally broke through with Victor Rosa, had the big run down the sideline, and then they got the blocked extra point late to keep this a 3-point game. Really interesting to see how UConn comes out defensively on this drive against Army, who just marched down on their last opportunity.
Let's go down to the field and Tina.
I spoke to Jeff Monkey, and he was very pleased with that final scoring drive. He said, I like the way Jamel Jones threw his body out there just to get the score. He said in the second half, we have to do a better job of running inside because UConn's defense is playing well. I asked him more about that. He says, well, our offense is keeping the defense off the field. He wants them to defend the pitch play better with the option. But Moore said he was proud the way his team sort of kept positive after the 2 turned over touchdowns. He said, we just have to finish in the end zone.
That kind of fits with what the motto for Coach Moore and the Huskies have been all year, to keep a narrow focus and don't let the message get too big. Able to keep positivity there. Short kick fielded by Army, and the return out towards the 35-yard line, so good field position to begin here for the Black Knights. Brett Chirina able to snag that on special teams alertly and give Army a solid place to start this first drive of the second half.
Army really didn't have the ball very much in the first half, right? They had that 3 and out in the first quarter. Then they had 2 12-play drives. The second one they had to punt it, and finally the last one they were able to get a touchdown, and a lot of those plays were with Jamel Jones under center, yet they're still going to go back to Tyler, the better runner, to start this drive.
Tyler will start as Senior swaps back in for Senior, and Jones led the last TD drive, and on the carry is junior Tyson Riley for 4, stopped there by Eric Watts.
Thought it was interesting what Coach Moore Jr. said to Tina about the pitch play, because Army's done a really good job. They don't get a chance to pitch it as often as they would like, get the ball in the perimeter, but they did do a good job a number of times. I would expect them to come back to that here.
Stewart in motion, Tyler keeping, and smacked down at the 42-yard line. Ian Swenson helping lead the charge. Part of that, Ross, maybe trying to find some explosive plays on the outside.
Yeah, watch this. Watch Swenson take on the block and make the tackle. This is so good. Watch him. Boom. Well, really, I think part of it's because Miles Stewart didn't know who he was supposed to block or wasn't going to block him. It looked awesome from up here, Swenson taking on the block, but it certainly helps if the guy's not coming to block you.
Jacoby Buchanan in on 3rd down. And Tyler trying to keep it himself and blown up. Guy you talked about having to have a big game, Dalmont Gordine, does have a monster play.
That was so good. Watch him as the nose, 96 right there. Bishop tries to get him, he can't. He got nothing from his left guard there. That is asking a lot of Connor Bishop. You know, he's lined up on the left guard, Filipowicz, and you're not going to be able as a center to make that block. Filipowicz has to help him out a little bit there.
3rd punt of the game for Billy Belkin. Boom, the last one, 58 yards. This one will stop off an Army player. Will track inside the 20. Down there by the Black Knights. So UConn's defense stout to start half number 2. A salute to the Huskies looking to go back ahead early second half.
If you're loud, be louder. If you stand out, stand strong. And if you got the devil on your shoulder, take him for a ride.
Attention veterans. You can shop tax-free for life. Come home to your military exchanges for tax-free shopping, exclusive pricing, and free shipping options. 100% of earnings go back to military communities, keeping today's military ready and resilient. You served. You sacrificed. You earned this benefit. Visit shopmyexchange.com/vets to shop and save today.
Kevin! Oh, nice.
Kevin, where are you? Kevin! Hey, what's going on? I'm right here. I was busy cash backing for the holidays with Chase Freedom Unlimited. I'm going to cash back on the gingerbread house.
Ooh, it's got little people inside.
And a snow globe.
Oh, I wish I lived in there.
You know, I can't believe you lost another Kevin.
It's a holiday tradition.
That it is. Earn big time with Chase Freedom Unlimited. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
When you buy a box of Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, you can support my mission. Yes, Jalen. Well said.
Humbug. I can barely get reception.
'Tis the season to switch to Verizon. You get a free 5G phone when you do.
Free phone?
Only Verizon gives you a free 5G phone, plus a tablet, smartwatch, and earbuds, all on us.
Wow.
Switch now to the network America relies on.
Our Serve Pro first responder from UConn, Victor Rosa, to the rescue big time first half.
He's been so impressive. I mean, for a true freshman who played quarterback last year, he's had an outstanding season, 2 touchdowns last week against Liberty. His contact balance, meaning his ability to stay on his feet after he makes contact, is really, really impressive. I mean, look at that. 8 carries, 105 yards. Thoroughly impressed with that young man who looks like he's going to be a bell cow in the backfield for the Huskies for the next few years. Kind of cool for when it ends up being a local kid like that from Bristol Central that ends up being one of the stars of the team.
This year due to injury for the Huskies. 3 of them have had 100-yard rushing games on the season from the 30. And it's Rosa again, stacked up by Army up front. And Darius Richardson and a cast of characters for the Black Knights standing strong.
They got to figure something out. So here's their solution. They're going to go cross dog. This linebacker goes there, that linebacker goes there. They weren't doing a great job of stopping the runs. Now they're going to do different run stunts to try to mess up the UConn offensive line. When the 2 inside linebackers cross each other like that, it's called a cross dog. That's well done by Army to get a first down stuff for no gain.
Peyton Hampton, Leo Lowen working that formation effectively. Turner to the air, to the outside, dangerous throw, and it's incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jolie. Quindraylon Hammonds in the vicinity there for Army.
Watch Charlo come in too. Charlo, number 7, he's a guy playing the Apache who blitzes a lot, ends up getting his right arm in there. Really one of the worst throws of the day for Zion Turner. That ball's got to be thrown to the outside. 3rd and 10, I don't expect pressure from Army. They don't want him to be able to run.
Turner fires out of bounds. Keelan Marion, who's been in and out of the lineup with injury this year, caught it but out of bounds, but there is a flag down back near the 30-yard line.
Well, I think he had a free play.
Yeah, the mic was off for Gary Patterson, but you saw him give the signal.
Heads up play by Turner to know as he's taking a hit that he's got a free play, and to at least try to give Marion a chance there near the sideline. A lot of contact there. Good job by Moore to push him out of bounds at the end, but now it's 3rd and manageable. I'm a little surprised Army came with pressure. Let's see if they do it again.
Turner, quick release, and has the first down. And then a connection to the outside to Joe Lee for 8 yards to move the chain.
That's true freshman to true freshman right there. Joe Lee is only 230 pounds from New Rochelle, Iona Prep. They really like that youngster. Man, you got a true freshman tight end, true freshman running back, true freshman quarterback playing big-time football here.
First down from the 43. Turner with time in the pocket again. Takes a shot this side, complete. Clarcius, deep ball inside the 25. First down, UConn.
And that was a good throw right there. UConn going right on the football. Almost a back shoulder throw to his hip. Let's make sure he caught it. Yep, good job by Clarcius, contorting that big body of his, 6'2", 215. It is not nearly as easy as these guys make it to run full speed down the field and then spin around your body and catch a football. Try it after the game. I can promise you it's tough.
33 yards on the pickup. First down from the 24. Fifth play of 20 or more yards in the game for the Huskies. Houston to the ground. Big hole straight up the middle. Powering inside the 15. Another Husky first down.
And this is what I'm talking about, Jay. They get everything stretched. Watch. Everything stretches this way, and then he cuts it back. Everything will stretch to our right as we watch this, and he cuts it back right there. Nice job by Lunt, the right tackle, sealing Bonsu on the backside. Everybody has a gap. Nobody was in the gap between the guard and tackle on the backside for Army.
Look at what UConn is doing on first down, averaging almost 10 yards or a little over 10 yards per play. Impressive stuff for this group that's got stronger offensively as the season's going on. Pads popping up front. Nice pickup for Houston on first down.
I am obsessed with Robert Burns. Watch Robert Burns here, the fullback, number 30. Say hello to my little friend. Watch Burns. Watch him find the linebacker. Whoop. Bam! I mean, he throws him to the ground. Robert Burns is not messing around. Look at everybody excited for him on the sideline. This is a guy that used to be a tailback. Now he's playing fullback. He's still a good runner of the football, but he's also taking names as a blocker.
Jim Morrison, he's got a shot at the next level because of that, the ability to do a little bit of everything in the run game. 2nd and 6. Rosa turns it back, lost the football. Stripped out, pile on, and Army signaling.
Sen was the first one to jump on it, 71. But that doesn't always mean he's the guy that got it.
They've spotted it down, still in possession of UConn, 3rd down.
Wow. Terrific job to rip the ball out. Army came with another run blitz. Lowen had him low. Austin Hill, 52, ripped it out. Clear fumble, 71. Sen is right there. Not sure if it was him who got it, but that is beautiful picture of Hill ripping out. Watch Sen. That's a 6'7" guy going low to try to get the ball.
The junior from Memphis, Tennessee, pried it free, but UConn held on to it. Again, the issues inside the red zone. 2 touchdowns overturned by replay. Only 3 points this deep. This one just short of the goal line. Burns bidding for it, but slowed down on the edge there by Broughton.
This is the worst place on the field for UConn today. I mean, 1st and goal from the 1. This has been their nightmare, and they've just been handing it. Here comes quarterback sneak.
Now they try it. Zion Turner pushed forward. Touchdown. Well, if that was there before, maybe they wish they went to that well earlier.
I was just going to say, that quarterback sneak was beautiful. He had Burns pushing him from behind. I don't know why they didn't run that earlier. I think that's what Jim Mora Jr. is probably looking for the OC, Nick, being like, hey, Nick, where was that the other 2 times? Nice job by the Rhino. Fortin, the extra O-lineman, he's pushing. Burns from behind. That looked like an Army quarterback sneak right there.
Extra point from Rulis. Wasn't quite the Bush push, but it was a Burns bump of Turner to help escort him to pay dirt, and UConn has vaulted itself back on top.
The holidays were lonely for the Yeti, but after saving big with early Black Friday at Amazon, Yeti became more social. Shop legendary deals at Amazon.
You're helping her study for a geography test. When a burger with steak, butter, and bacon sounds like the best, she's about to find out you can't read a map. Hey, Sonic steak, butter, bacon, cheeseburger.
exotic.
Hello, welcome to T-Town. Like men over 40 everywhere. These guys experience a drop in testosterone. Don't worry, it happens to all of us. Some guys took my advice about how to boost their testosterone, and some didn't. This guy got the message loud and clear.
That's right, Nugenix Total T.
Nugenix Total T is the unique man-boosting formula powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient, clinically researched to boost free testosterone, to help you feel stronger, leaner, with more muscle and drive. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone brand at GNC, but you can only get your complimentary bottle by texting SECURE to 231231.
Thanks. It'll make you feel like a new man. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text SECURE to 231231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free.
If you spent time on base at Camp Lejeune prior to 1988 and developed any of these cancers or suffered any of these injuries, you may be eligible for significant financial compensation.
Leaking underground tanks contaminated the drinking water with benzene and other highly carcinogenic chemicals.
There have been numerous reported cases of exposed personnel developing cancer and other serious health conditions. Call Camp Lejeune victims to discuss your case now.
800-331-8763.
College football on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. By Ram Trucks, built to serve. And by today's military.
UConn great Dan Orlovsky, MVP of the 2004 Motor City Bowl when UConn beat Toledo. First ever bowl game as a D1 program, and this group is bowl eligible this year, waiting to see where they will end up. And again, for a program that's just fallen in the last few years, what a great result, what a great response there here early second half to get that go-ahead score. Well, tomorrow morning, 8 Eastern, make your game day picks with Tops as our gridiron team sounds off on the latest NFL play, all leading up to the Week 11 thrillers. It's that other pregame show right here on CBS Sports Network.
It's interesting talking with Jim Mora Jr. He knows fully well because they're an independent, they're not guaranteed a bowl. Yeah, they don't have a bowl tie-in, even though they're bowl eligible. He said he mentioned it Sunday night to the guys and then never again.
And waiting to see how it plays out. Running room here. Murphy in open space. Speed to Bird. Directing blockers. Murphy. Cut back. End zone. Touchdown. 75 yards. The Black Knights answer immediately.
Brent Davis has been saving that one up. I don't know that I've seen this play before. Watch this quick end around. Watch this. Everything's going that way. Everything's going right, except for Murphy coming around left. I don't think I've seen that play before, Jason. I've been doing their home games for 4 years. I think that's a new wrinkle put in this week by Brent Davis, exactly when the Black Knights needed it.
And again, injuries to Tyrell Robinson, Izon Marshall, maybe the two most explosive players on offense at the slot back spot for the Black Knights. Moretzky with the extra point. Raheem Murphy says, hold on, don't forget about me. I got speed to go the distance as well. Murphy on a mission, and Army zooming back in front as Seymour starring on Senior Day.
You called that touchdown. Saw that sack coming. Predicted the pizza tasted better than it looks. And, of course, you knew the game's not over until it's over. So this NFL season, put your skills to the test with FanDuel's free games for a shot at $1 million in prizes. FanDuel, make every moment more.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let Let your heart be light. From now on, our trouble will be out of sight.
Unlike the other guys, T-Mobile has Price Lock. Switch now and we won't raise the price of your talk, text, and data.
Jalen and I teamed up to bring back school sports for kids in Philly, because I'm these kids' biggest fan. Go to missiontiger.com to see what happened.
And see that I'm their biggest fan.
No, I'm their biggest fan.
They signed my shirt.
Well, that's cheating. I don't even wear shirts.
Ever wonder why Kit Kats are so delightfully crispy? There's your answer. 1, 2, 3 tasty wafers covered in creamy milk chocolate. Isn't it nice wafers are having their moment? Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Twisted Tea fans love football, so we're surprising them with a Twisted Tea drop. We're kicking off game day with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Cold, refreshing, and goes down smooth with 5% alcohol. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Army 20, UConn 17. Third quarter underway here from Mikey Stadium. You were the core, brought to you by M4. 75-yard touchdown run. That'll get you warmed up on a crisp, chilly afternoon here in West Point. And Raheem Murphy, again, he took one to the house for 73 yards earlier this year against Coastal Carolina. Now 2 yards better for a game-changing touchdown for the Black Knights.
Well, it's interesting because they're without their two most explosive slot backs in Tyrell Robinson and Ijon Marshall, but Murphy says I can run a little bit too.
Talley with the kick. Squibber near side. Return on. Houston speed up the middle. And cut down at the 26-yard line as we go downstairs to Tina.
About 2 plays before UConn scored the touchdown, Marquell Broughton was on the ground and grabbed his right leg. Now, he stayed out there, but I could see him limping. He was hurt. After the touchdown, he came to the sideline, went right to a trainer. They took him right into the medical tent. He was there for a while, hit the bike, and then, of course, when Army scored the touchdown, he started to run it off. They put some kind of a stick or a contraption along the right side of his leg, along his pad. So keep an eye on him, guys. He's not 100% out there right now.
Tina, certainly we will. Thanks for the update. UConn will start off this drive. Turner in motion. Another Turner to the outside. They'll complete it. Again, Zion to Aaron. Broughton there on the stop. Remember, Ross, Broughton missed last week, didn't pass concussion protocol after taking a hit against Air Force the previous week, but able to play today.
They said he wanted to play so badly last week. I love the line by Nate Woody, the defensive coordinator for Army. He said, if that guy doesn't end up being a general, I don't know who does. I thought that was amazing.
First regimental commander for the Corps of Cadets, in charge of 1,000 cadets on his watch here overall. Deep ball here, and patrolling in the backside, Jabari Moore knocks that down defensively for Army.
Jabari Moore has been so good now. 3 years as their cover corner. Right side of your screen, it's a deep post. Watch him swivel his hips and still get back in position. The coaching point for Zion Turner would be throw it more to the right. You know, he made Clarcius slow up a little bit and gave Jabari Moore a chance to get back in on the play. If you're Nick Charlton, what you would say to Zion Turner is, hey, throw it more to the open part of the field where there's nobody at.
Third and 3 for the Huskies. Rosa looking for an opening. None there. The Black Knights close the avenue and stop the Huskies.
They haven't gotten a lot of stops in the field of play, but they've made a halftime adjustment. Nate Woody is running that cross dog. Watch, Lowen hits it first. Spencer Jones comes behind and gets in on the play. Nice job there by the veteran nose tackle as well, Darius Richardson, and that's a gigantic stop for the Black Knights.
Carrington on the punt. Had the one blocked earlier, and this one, Squibber, does go out of bounds right near midfield. So Army with superb field position to look to add to this lead after just a 17-yard punt. So Army with a little momentum and the football back in the third.
And he was never seen again.
Talk about scary. You should see these fees on our checking and savings account.
Emily's dad saves a bunch at PenFed.
Oh, your dad wasn't in the military.
He doesn't have to be.
Everyone can get great rates at PenFed.
You should probably join PenFed.
Check out the great new rates on PenFed's money market certificates.
Are you going to be here all night?
Whether you're in uniform or not.
PenFed's got great rates for everyone.
We've got your back, Road Warriors. Because we know you're picking up the pace. Steering life at 10 and 2. You're hitting the road. And we're helping you get there with confidence. So skip the counter without missing a beat. Choose any car in the aisle and be the boss of you. Go national. Go like a pro.
Watch this.
When you watch me play, you support all of us.
You show your daughter her future matters.
When you watch me play,
Take the shot.
drive, team up, win.
You prove we deserve more media coverage.
When you watch the game, you change the game.
After Tuesday ruined your schedule, then a 16-hour makeup day, nobody could blame you for calling today a washout. That's not your style, not ours either. At WeatherGuard, we're built for this. With heavy-duty features like double-welded seams and high-security latches and locks. Now add innovative power sync lighting to keep working for as long as the job demands. Because a job worth doing is a job worth WeatherGuard.
Army up 3 in quarter 3 here at home at Michie Stadium against UConn. Tomorrow, starting noon Eastern, CBS Sports Network Center Court, as we bring you the 2022 Jersey Mike's Jamaica Classic from beautiful Montego Bay. LaSalle, Georgetown in the consolation game. Wake Forest taking on Loyola Marymount in the championship. That's right here on CBS Sports Network.
Love Jersey Mike's, by the way. I just like how efficient they are. The guys are like staring at you as you make your order because they want to go so fast. I respect it.
Well, Army couldn't be more efficient on the last drive. One play, Murphy to the end zone for 75 yards. Now starting from midfield, the best starting field position for either team in this game. And that's, boy, a recipe for success here for Army on a short field.
It really is. And you feel like in this game, with both teams being so run heavy, that either team gets up by 2 scores really feels like that would be significant. Another impactful drive here for the Black Knights.
And Army second in the nation rushing yards per game, just a shade under 300 per contest, trending towards that again. Near side, Bawan's given Army some positive plays here in this game, and they're marking it right near the first down yard to gain, and the officials have a man down on the sideline. It's a UConn player on the Army side.
And 8-yard gain. This is the most I've seen Army be able to pitch the ball in a long time. They are getting to the edge and to the pitch man with ease.
Again, it looks to be Eric Watts down on what ends up being a first down run for Army in the excellent looking junior from Sumter, South Carolina, helped to his feet.
95 middle of your screen. He's trailing the play. We'll see what happens. Mitchell trying to bring down Ballon. Ooh, his left ankle right there. Watts left ankle as he was running. Such a bad feeling. I haven't sprained an ankle in a long time, thankfully. Remember the last time you sprained an ankle?
Yeah.
I think for me it was like high school basketball. Man, such a bad feeling. A lot of times you can get that taped up and come back in the game.
Again, trying to avoid his teammate potentially and slow up out of the way. Now Watts will gingerly walk slowly off the field.
UConn Jim Mora Jr. still doesn't have a great answer for the pitch man. I think we'll see even more of it.
And first down, Army on the last run. Play action. Tyler cuts it back, looking to throw. Diving play, almost picked off. Opportunity was there for Malik Dixon-Williams, but couldn't get onto him.
That is a heads-up play by Tyler, who, looking at his head right there, he's got the visor on. Watch this. UConn had it totally covered. Army thought, okay, let's get a chunk play, 1st and 10. UConn was all over it. Tyler just tried to throw it away there, almost threw a pick. Ends up taking a pretty good shot there at the end.
Flattened there by Jelani Stafford, was trying to find Josh Lingenfelter, his tight end. So Jamel Jones comes into the game and entered, helping set up a scoring drive for the Black Knights earlier in the contest. Now the senior back in does have one of the Army touchdowns on this game.
So this is interesting here, because where Army is on the field, I wouldn't be surprised if they run some type of option here and try to get to the pitch man, because they're kind of in no man's land where it's possible to go for a 4th down.
3 of 6 converting 3rd downs. 3rd and long. There is the pitch. Murphy cuts it back. Stopped short, but about 3 yards to go for the first here from inside the 35.
So I think this is probably a little bit further than they would want to have a field goal from Quinn Moretsky, about 50 yards. But obviously you're not going to punt it from the 33-yard line. So they're going to go for it here. This is the right decision. You see this season the difference between earlier in the year and more recently. They've been getting 5 or 6 yards a clip on the pitch man on the option. Wouldn't be surprised if we see it one more time.
52% success rate for Army on 4th downs this year. They want it left side, and that'll be short. UConn read it and blew it up. Excellent work from Bryce Yates and Brandon Boyer-Randall to hold strong.
Well, there was no deception there, right? It's just a quick pitch, and you'll see Boyer-Randall and Yates both come out here and get involved in the play. For this to work, you have to seal those guys inside. They weren't sealed. Both of them got down the line and made plays. Terrific job by Yates, number 90, to not get sealed by Barzak. Toss plays, outside plays have no shot if you don't get the crack and the seal inside.
To Jeff Monken's offense, shut down, turnover on downs, and UConn will have it from its own 33-yard line. The Huskies trying to make it 6 wins in the last 7 games to the outside and dropped. Again, Keelan Marion been in and out of the lineup, hurt his collarbone game 1 against Utah State, back against Boston College, tweaked an ankle, returned last week for a key 2-point conversion, still trying to get into rhythm.
And for whatever reason, those are the type of things that happen when guys don't get a lot of practice in. It just does. You just get in a rhythm of practice, catching the ball, and then you get into a game. It's not easy to go out there and just turn it on.
And Cam Ross, another gifted wide receiver that's missed a big chunk of the year. Seen him on special teams thus far. Jim Mora hoping to have those guys back for this one and potentially a bowl game in the coming weeks. And for this group that's continuing to build and build and build. Again, dusted early in the year when they ran into Syracuse, Michigan, and North Carolina State in back-to-back weeks. Really began against Fresno State, big win at home, and they've kept it rolling pretty much since.
I'm always alert for a quarterback run in an empty set like this.
3rd and 7 with the 5 wides.
3rd and 12 now.
Yep.
Ball start, number 71, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Flurry of pre-snap offensive penalties first half, and that is the 6th one in that category for the offense.
And there's a big difference between 3rd and 7, 3rd and 12. You see Jim Mora Jr. writing down. I always love the coaches writing stuff down. I would love to know what he's writing right now. Like, don't false start. False starts are bad. But Nick Charlton, the OC, it's a totally different menu of plays on 3rd and 12 than it was on 3rd and 7.
Turner stands in, fires across, incomplete. Trying to find Marion again and can't hang on to that one either.
So I think he threw it a little bit too far in front of him this time, but let's see if Marion starts to look ahead of time. You know, Marion would be the first one to tell you he should have caught that. I'm not sure he wasn't thinking about Marquell Broughton and the collision he was about to take if he caught that.
And part of the rationale, Ross, Jim Moore talked about, they wanted to make sure Marion gets on the field, that he's able to protect himself.
Right.
Again, the second injury, tweaked an ankle mid-season, wanted to make sure he was healthy, and it just didn't materialize there. Rugby boot for Carrington. And a better effort this time. Hops inside 30, fielded by Army, and quickly covered up by the Huskies.
Fielded by Cameron Jones.
Well, Armed Forces football proudly supported by Serve Pro. 45-yard punt. Actually, Bruno Perlicki, freshman punter, able to step in there and make that boot for UConn. And flag down here on the play.
Army might make him repunt it. I think it's going to go against UConn. They're asking Monken what his options are. Usually it's either tack it on to the end of the play or at the start make him repunt it. Monken's, I believe, asking his guys upstairs which they would rather do.
Holding, kicking team, number 0. The 10-yard penalty will be enforced in the previous plot. Replay 4th down.
So Army will make them kick it again. And Ross, interesting, George Carrington started the game, had one blocked for a touchdown for Army, and then his second punt was 17 yards. So they go to the freshman punter Perlicki, and they'll trot him out again to boot this one away for the Huskies.
Well, he got a good punt off, right? So if you're Monken, let's take a chance that the youngster doesn't have as good of a punt and we get better field position. Plus, they're still not blocking number 32, Jabril Williams, off the edge at the top of the screen. They're still not blocking him, but if they go rugby away from him, they're okay.
And they'll use that setup again. Rugby line drive, fielded deftly right there at the 50-yard line for Army. And a nice little setup for Army again with the football. Again, Ross, you mentioned it. UConn was loving its life this year because they set up their own little conference as an independent.
Well, they started this after the Michigan game. They said, let's look at everybody we play after this, and that's our conference. And right now, they're leading the conference, and if they win today, they'll at least be tied for the conference championship, and they beat Liberty head-to-head, so I suppose they win the U Conference.
And Jim Moore was saying, you know what? It's something we decided to do. Might be, you know, a little hokey, but he said, hey, our guys believe. And again, it's an interesting time for UConn football, again, trying to weather the storm and ride as an independent. And certainly they have made it work in this season.
Well, speaking of interesting time, Army has unbelievable field position after that penalty. Terrific job by Cam Jones to catch that punt. That was a 30, 40-yard field position difference, and it gives Army a great chance here to get points.
And UConn pulling an Army here and leading in time of possession. Black Knights have the edge and looking to add to it on the scoreboard. Great fake there from Tyler. Flashes to the opening. Cutback. Spins away. Downed inside the 15. Electric stuff from the senior.
I don't know if there's a name for that, but I love when option quarterbacks do this. Watch it. Watch the hand worker. Watch this. Watch the fake right here. Whoop. You got to have confidence in your grip on that football to give him the little do-si-do there. And then Tyler even got his spin move down the field. But that was all set up by his fake pitch. That was beautiful.
25 yards for the senior. 1st and 10 for Army. From the 13. Yeah, for Buchanan. Barrels forward to about the 7. Great to talk with the barreling fullback for this Army offense. Wants to branch in the signal corps just like his dad did when he was in the Army early.
He said his dad wishes he would have stayed in for 20 years. He loved it. Absolutely loved being in the Army. Buchanan actually might be on the team again next year because he's scheduled to have surgery after the season.
Won't be able to complete a military requirement in the spring because he'll be on crutches. So slated to come back potentially. Would be eligible to play football again. Tyson Riley's got another year of eligibility too. At that VMAX spot, he pushes forward inside the 5.
I don't know what the Army scheme here is, but it's not good. That's the second time where Gordina's made the play down the line because the left guard, Filipowicz, isn't touching him. That's an almost impossible block by Connor Bishop. And interesting to see 3rd and short. No Buchanan. My guess is quarterback zone.
Saw Brent Davis, the offensive coordinator, in the box upstairs looking on at this key 3rd and 1 play for his offense. Tyler works his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Army.
Fire those cannons. What a terrific job by Army and primarily Tyir Tyler on that drive. It absolutely was quarterback zone as the cadets get their push-ups in. They've had a lot of success with that play. It's been a big day for the option to the pitch man and the quarterback zone off tackle.
Moretzky on for the point after. 1 blocked in the first half, but that one is through. And a 10-point cushion for Army.
It's been all about these wingbacks on the edge. Denayan, Stewart, terrific blocks. What a job by Lingenfelter, just rooting the D-end Watts out of there, just taking him into the end zone. If you score with your guy, your running back's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Army.
And Tyir takes it in for another score. The push-ups rolling on. And for Tyir Tyler, boy, you can hear talking about the senior group. Jeff Monken, offensive coordinator Brent Davis, really pleased with the turnaround in the career, not only football-wise for Tyir Tyler.
Well, I thought the best line was from Brent Davis when he said, West Point works. Because earlier in his career, Tyir Tyler, you know, they weren't sure if he was going to make it here at West Point. It's not for everybody. It's difficult academically, the military stuff. You know, not every cadet makes it through. It's difficult. It's supposed to be difficult. They're so proud of how he has matured over the years. He's engaged. Really, really a cool story.
Able to find their way through in their development here at the academy. Talley boots it through the end zone for the touchback, and UConn will find itself trailing by double digits here at this juncture of the game. CBS Sports embraces authentic stories. Share yours at #MyNativeStory. Well, it was a wild finish a week ago. Ross at home against Liberty when the Huskies and the Flames traded the lead back and forth. Huskies looking for some late game magic again here on the road at the Black Knights down 10.
They are used to being in these close games late for sure. Although the last thing they want to do is get into a situation where they're throwing the ball all the time. Still plenty of time for them to run the football, although Army's done a better job here in the second half.
Scooting through on the ground. Excellent effort for Houston there on first down. Able to move the chains and more. Good for 15.
course, right as I say that, Houston gets a good 15 yards, and UConn has a really nice start to this drive heading into the fourth quarter.
Final play there of the third. A good one for Jim Moore and his team, but Army in front. 27-17 lead for the Black Knights at home as we head to the fourth. You're watching college football on CBS Sports Network.
Go courtside in Cancun.
Let's get it going. North of the rim, south of the border. This is going to be fun.
The Cancun Challenge, Tuesday on CBS Sports Network.
Amber, if you're out there, we're all so worried about you.
I can't let her die. She got rolled up by a guerrilla group.
My brother and my husband are in special forces.
Democracy is dead in North America. We reject your influence.
The CIA wants a war. Don't fantasize of a rescue.
You don't know my family.
Ah, humbug! I can barely get reception.
'Tis the season to switch to Verizon. You get a free 5G phone when you do.
Free phone?
Only Verizon gives you a free 5G phone, plus a tablet, smartwatch, and earbuds, all on us.
Wow!
Switch now to the network America relies on.
I'd love to have one of my own someday.
Thanks.
Oh, I was talking about your USAA bumper sticker.
My dad served. Passed membership down to me. I'll pass it to her.
That's a lucky kid.
USAA. It's for the military community.
Give it up for the big hurt, Frank Thomas.
Congratulations, Frank. Hey, Andy, Doug, you guys look great. Hey, I feel great, too. Ever since you told me about Nugenix Total T, I'm crushing my workouts.
Thanks to Nugenix, I got more energy, more stamina, feeling years younger.
From the brand that brought you GNC's #1 vitality product and product of the year, new Nugenix Total T is our most powerful man-boosting formula ever because it boosts your free testosterone and your total testosterone. To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text GO to 231-231.
I like the competitive edge Nugenix gives me. Hey, me too. Guys over 40, you need Nugenix Total T, and she'll like it too.
Text GO to 231-231 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of new Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. That's GO to 231-231.
Your cravings are as unique as you are. With over 1,400 delicious snacks, Nuts.com can satisfy everyone. Enjoy every flavor of happy and get free shipping on your first order.
What are you looking for?
Fourth quarter is here at Michie Stadium at West Point between the Black Knights of Army and the UConn Huskies. 10-point cushion for the home squad here in the season home finale for the Black Knights. Jason Knapp, Ross Tucker, Tina Servasio, glad to have you with us for this one with our CBS Sports Network crew. Busy day for Gary Patterson.
Ball start. Number 62, offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And again, another movement penalty on the offensive line for UConn. Ross, when this happens,
I'm telling you, I would pay money to see what he writes down after the game. I tell you, I'll say this much: Morris stays really calm. He's not yelling at the refs, not yelling at his team. That would drive me nuts if I was a coach. All these false starts.
And the jitteriness of the line, they hold strong that time. And you see the pickup on the ground for this group.
Pretty athletic tight end right there.
And Jolie,
if you're handing him the ball.
Absolutely. He is a matchup nightmare. Can split him out wide and get him to do that as well.
And that's one of the areas where UConn needs to get guys, right? New Rochelle, New York, Connecticut with Rosa. They got to get those guys from the tri-state area.
Nice pickup to erase some of the penalty yardage. Sets up 2nd and 3. Turner shovels it to the outside of Houston, trying to get the edge. And close to the first down yard to gain. It should be enough to move the chains. Inventive play. We've seen all the pitch plays quickly for Army to get their speed to the outside. UConn doing the same.
You don't say it very often, but the coaches said Houston might be both the toughest and fastest player on the team. My experience, a lot of times, those two do not go together, Jason.
Houston showcasing a little of that. Flattened down just shy of midfield for the Huskies. Down a couple of scores here early 4th. Turner, quick throw to the outside. And that's the other Turner, Aaron Turner. Flag coming down as he takes it to the 41-yard line. And let's see about the marker down.
Legal block in the back. Number 1, offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
Well, certainly didn't see it on Keelan Marion on that angle. But Keelan Marion's had a couple of bad plays here for UConn that have really hurt him. You know, the drops as well as that penalty right there. They've had a couple of those really nice plays where they just have had penalties bring them back. It's really been hurtful. They had the hold on Sen earlier.
And tracks them all the way back to their own 41-yard line. Rosa trying to get a few back on first down for this UConn team that's trying to keep this string going, looking for a 4-game winning streak for the first time since 2010. They haven't won 7 games in a season since that year when they went 8-5 and got to the Fiesta Bowl.
Well, I mean, every number for UConn this year is amazing. They won 4 games the previous 4 years. Think about that. 2010, you said the last 4-game win streak, which is what they're going for, but they're going to need to get points on this drive.
Expectations raised with what they've achieved in recent weeks. Ooh. Bobbling catch there from Clarcius, and the time trying to latch onto it allowed Army to rally the troops and smack him down.
Clarcius has some courage. Watch after he bobbles this. After he bobbles this, watch him run head first into 5 guys in black jerseys. Watch this. Okay, now what? Imagine you're Clarcius right now. I mean, he just put his head down and said, I'm going to get whatever I can. That takes some legit courage.
Third of the bundle here for UConn. Turner rolling, dropped. The sack for the Black Knights. Trey Sophia leading the charge there for Army.
They only rushed 3. Watch him off the edge here. This should not happen on a 3-man rush. Terrific job with his hand usage, chasing him down, and then Bonsu gets in on it as well. Sophia and Bonsu get the sack, although Army had such a soft zone coverage, would have been tough for Turner to fire it in there anyway.
Carrington back in the punt this one, and a better boot, and it takes a UConn hop too. Going to be stopped and down inside the Army 20-yard line. But the Army offense heads back to the field. Some scoring in the second half, looking to pad the lead coming up.
Kevin! Oh, nice.
Kevin, where are you?
Kevin!
Hey, what's going on? I'm right here. I was busy cash backing for the holidays with Chase Freedom Unlimited. I'm going to cash back on the gingerbread house.
Ooh, it's got little people inside.
And a snow globe.
Oh, I wish I lived in there.
You know, I can't believe you lost another Kevin.
It's a holiday tradition.
That it is. Earn big time with Chase Freedom Unlimited. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
Out here, you're more than just a landowner. You're a gardener, a landscaper, a hunter. Because you didn't settle for ordinary. Same goes for your equipment. Versatile, powerful, durable Kubota equipment. More goes into it, so you get more out of it.
On a Fansville homecoming by Dr. Pepper.
Surprise!
CJ, we weren't expecting you.
Hey, buddy, what are you doing here? Hey, go State. You replaced me with star quarterback Bryce Young?
We could never replace you.
Here's your Dr. Pepper, Mom. Mom?
It's just a silly nickname.
You came up with Dad for me. Here you go, kid. Huh. They're my family now, CJ.
Next time on Fansville.
Hey, brother. Get out of my room!
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
We've got your back, Road Warriors. Because we know you're picking up the pace. Steering life at 10 and 2. You're hitting the road. And we're helping you get there with confidence. So skip the counter without missing a beat. Choose any car in the aisle and be the boss of you. Go national. Go like a pro.
Well, Army up 10 here, fourth quarter, 27-17, trying to snap a two-game slide. A look at the day in the life of a cadet, brought to you by today's military, and a look at the rundown of a day for Jacoby Buchanan.
You know what I like about that? They give him a lot of time for lunch right there. I mean, look at that. What is that, 2 hours for lunch? Maybe that's why Jacoby's 273. System simulation, production operations management. I would not have done well in those classes, Jason. I will freely admit that here on national television, that would not have been my strength. 260, I highly doubt. He's told me previously he's 273.
His running mate in the B-back spot, Tyson Riley, able to move it forward for more on the backfield. Let's go downstairs to Tina.
I was talking to Jacoby yesterday with you guys, of course, and, you know, I noticed when he and Tyson Riley were injured or when they had to suit up and didn't play, they always stood by each other. They always sat with each other on the bench, and they said they did that on purpose. They're very good friends, but they wanted to watch the younger players. Then when they came off the field, they would critique them, correct them on things, great leadership, and they're both going to be back next year.
Bodes well for the Black Knights and what they want to do on the offense. Thanks, Tina. They're rolling forward. Miles Stewart, I believe, on the carry. And another young, up and rising offensive player, the sophomore from New Orleans.
Doesn't get the ball a whole lot, but with no Tyrell Robinson and Ijon Marshall in this game, they have to go to guys like Ballon as well as Stewart more often. Every first down at this point in the game is really significant because it allows Army to take essentially another 2 minutes off the clock. They won't snap it until there's less than 5 seconds on the play clock. At least they shouldn't.
And now flag in the backfield against the Black Knights, and this could be procedure on Army.
Ball start. Number 74, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
And we talked about two guys missing on this day. Tyrell Robinson hurt in the Wake Forest game, hasn't played since, and Marshall hurt last week against Troy.
And I think those are the two most explosive weapons for the Black Knights. Murphy probably is a close third, but it's tough. I wonder what would have happened on some of these pitch plays if Robinson and or Marshall were available.
And Army with limited production offensively as far as scoring the last couple of weeks. Bobbled there. Tyler fortunate to get it back. The Army has been able to generate 20 points on offense. Again, the one special team score. Jackson Mitchell, boy, in the neighborhood maybe of another fumble.
Watch the bobbled snap. I mean, it looked like a good snap from Bishop. I'm not sure what happened. And Tyler, it's a good thing he's so low to the ground and got a good bounce right here, right back to him. That could have been disastrous for the Black Knights. That's the last thing they need. And it's something that happened to them, a fumbled quarterback center exchange down near the goal line against Troy last week.
A couple of killer fumbles negated some long drives for Army in the first half last week. Murphy on this play rocketing back towards the 30-yard line, but still some yards to get done here on 3rd down after the 8-yard pickup.
And it's the little things, right? It's Dellinger getting the false start penalty, and then the fumbled snap puts you 3rd and long and puts Army in a position they don't like to be in. And the one thing you're saying right now, if you're Tyre Tyler, if you're Jeff Monk and two Tyre, protect the football. Punting it is not a bad thing.
Tyler flips. Stopped by UConn. Boyer Randall's been super active, helping drag down Ballon. It's only a 2-yard gain. So Army works some clock, but ready to boot it away.
Watch Boyer Randall read this, get down the line, and explode in. This is really well done. He reads it, he avoids the block of Dellinger over the top, and then gets in on the play with a nice collision. Boyer Randall's a guy that Jim Mora Jr. mentioned as potentially an NFL player because of how versatile he is in his work on special teams.
Belke ready for his 4th punt of the game. Knuckleballer. UConn backing away from the return. Army will try to use as much clock as possible. UConn football from its own 32, down a couple of scores.
This holiday season, save big on all the gifts you need for the gifts that keep on giving. Because while they have no idea what's going on here, a little something of their own will get them in the spirit. They don't know why you'd ever leave the house like this, but they'll happily hold down the fort while you're gone.
Smile.
And let's be honest, they'll never understand this whole situation. But they do get this. Thank goodness. Great prices, happy pets, Chewy.
Look like there's a flag. Mike, I can't keep up with you. You're racing around like you're 10 years younger. How do you stay in such great shape?
Eugenics Total T, Ed, helps me stay leaner, stronger, and gives me back to the energy and stamina I had when I was younger.
How'd you hear about Eugenics?
You kidding? You haven't seen Frank Thomas and Doug Flutie talk about it? Minimum 40, get Eugenics Total T, and get back on your game.
Tell him to send a text. Send a text.
To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text BOLD to 231231. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically validated to help increase free testosterone levels so you can trim up and stay lean.
Hey, Ralph, aren't you forgetting something?
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text BOLD to 231231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free.
So I had to quit college to help my mom, but I never wanted to quit my dream of a career in IT.
On Coursera, you can earn Google's IT Support Professional Certificate. No prior experience needed to enroll.
My job now is amazing.
Join for free at Coursera.org.
Uncommon Goods is for the gift givers. No matter what kind of mind reading, trend leading, expectation exceeding, OMG, where did you get this giver you are? We've got you. Visit uncommongoods.com to be the gift giver you were meant to be.
College football on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Encore, proud partner of Army West Point Athletics. By The Exchange. Army football is proudly sponsored by The Exchange. And by Stryker, the foot and ankle partner of Army West Point.
A college football Saturday at West Point is a tradition-rich experience, including roster youth, the Lichtenberg tailgate.
It is one of my favorite things about doing games here. Love the Lichtenberg boys. I'll have to text that to Michael Lichtenberg. So tasty.
Intercepted. Broughton picked it off, stepped in front of the receiver, and returns it, and that is quite tasty for the Army defense. Flag down at the end of the play, and another one thrown at midfield as Broughton ripped off his helmet in celebration coming back
after the
across.
play. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 5 on the interception team. That half the distance to the goal. First down for Army.
I think they're also going to get Broughton for taking his helmet off. Watch Broughton, middle of the field here. They're going to try to run a post right into him. This isn't a throw you can make. I'm not exactly sure what Turner saw, but if there's a safety in the middle of the field, you're not going to be able to fit a post in when that safety's in the middle of the field, especially when that safety is Markel Broughton.
There are offsetting fouls on the play. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 5, Connecticut, unsportsmanlike conduct for Army taking his helmet off prior to going to the sideline. Those fouls were offset. Number 20, that is number 20's first unsportsmanlike of the game.
Well, excitement there for the senior from Lawrenceville, Georgia, his 3rd INT of the campaign. Ripped it off, and whoop, can't do that.
You cannot do that, and he knows better. I don't know why he did that right there. He put his helmet. Look at Monken. Look at that. Look at that flag. That's because of you right there. That was you. That's, you know what stinks about that? If he just hadn't done that, they'd be in much better field position, and also he'd feel good. Now, instead, you do something silly like that, and now you don't get a chance to feel good.
Army still with it inside the UConn 30, and they can start to work some clock. Number 9, Milan, taking it for 9 yards there on first down.
Terrific play by Broughton, though, on the interception. They would be down inside the 10, though, if it wasn't for him taking his helmet off.
Inside 7 minutes, and Army trying to stretch the lead out to 3 scores. Nothing doing there. Good pressure from Jelani Stafford up front. And now
timeout, injured Army player.
That's Murphy holding on to his right leg.
That would be a gigantic loss. Watch right at the end, middle of your screen. It's Stafford and Tyler on his ankle.
Now some attention for the senior. We'll take a timeout here at Mikey.
If you're loud, be louder. If you stand out, stand strong. And if you got the devil on your shoulder, take him for a ride.
Old Trapper Beefs. Last bag.
You know there's plenty for both of you.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
'Twas a night at the Home Depot, at every location. A night when our stores see a grand transformation. We bring out the tools you really do need, like snowmen and string lights and plenty of trees. We work through the night preparing our splendor for Black Friday savings all through November. And what you do next is always fantastic, because we have the tools to make your holiday magic. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Raheem Murphy, senior from Charlotte, North Carolina, injured on the last play, able to get up and walk off under his own power, went into the medical tent. Jeff Monken on 3rd and 1, looking to see if his offense can pick up another first down and kill some more clock here. They look to be victorious on senior day for the Black Knights.
And they're trying to do both those things. Make no mistake about it. They'd like to churn as much clock as they can. 3rd and 1, I bet you they wouldn't mind just getting 2 yards here, keeping the clock moving. This is usually Jacoby Buchanan time.
Shift up front. Lingenfelter comes near side. Buchanan, first down. All the eye candy, and then a straightforward attack for the B-back.
A lot of times that's exactly what it is, Jason. It's eye candy just to get you thinking. As UConn's going to call a timeout.
Connecticut. That's their first timeout of the half. 30-second timeout. Please put 6:08 on the clock. 6 minutes, 8 seconds, please.
So Jim Moore opting to start saving clock now. Don't forget, coverage of college football continues. Mountain West doubleheader. Boise State, Wyoming battling it out for division top spot at 7 Eastern. We end the night in Reno. Wolfpack hosts their last regular season home game against Fresno State. Catch it all right here on CBS Sports Networks. Standings in the Mountain West. That one there could decide things for Wyoming and Boise. And you got Fresno State, San Diego State, San Jose State still in the mix there in the West.
You know, you don't often see coaches use their timeouts this early, but I think Moore Jr. knows that he needs to save as much time as he can. Plus, he knows his team needs to prevent a touchdown here to have any chance.
Tyler looking to the air, nothing doing, so we'll tuck it and try to make something out of not a lot. Those fall forward towards the 12. And UConn will spend another timeout.
Timeout, Connecticut. That's their second charge timeout of the half. Media timeout.
And a timeout for all of us here. 6 minutes left to go at Westport.
We've got your back, Road Warriors, because we know you're picking up the pace. Steering life at 10 and 2. You're hitting the road, and we're helping you get there with confidence. So skip the counter without missing a beat. Choose any car in the aisle and be the boss of you. Go national. Go like a pro.
At Ameriprise Financial, our advice is personalized, based on your goals, whatever they may be.
All that planning has paid off. Looks like you can make this work.
We can make this work. And the feeling of confidence that comes from our advice?
I can make this work.
That seems to be universal.
I can make this work. I can make this work.
No wonder more than 9 out of 10 clients are likely to recommend us. Because advice worth listening to is advice worth talking about. Ameriprise Financial.
My name is Stacy Brown. I work for the Material Handler 2 at the Waco Distribution Center. I feel like the exchange is really flexible and understanding, especially in regards to disabilities. I can be included with the military by providing them good services working through the exchange. My name is Stacy Brown. The exchange is where heroes work.
Savings are now in stock at Cabinets to Go. Let our designers bring your wow to life with your free custom 3D design. Discover stunning, high-quality kitchens, closets, flooring, and accessories. Find everything you need to design your next kitchen, bathroom, laundry room, and more. Visit us today and see why nobody beats our prices or our lifetime transferable warranty. This is how you wow for less.
Let's revisit the Ross report and grade you on what you thought would be important and how important it's been.
I think I did pretty good. There was kind of a Liberty letdown for UConn early with the block punt and some of the penalties, and they have allowed some big plays to give Army the lead. Army did a nice job protecting the football. I guess they haven't done a great job with the first down defense. Look at that. UConn almost 10 yards of play on first down. Pretty hard to be down 2 scores when you're getting almost 10 yards of play on first down. That's rare.
2nd and 8. UConn spent a couple of timeouts trying to preserve some clock, looking to hold Army potentially to just a field goal. Second effort on that run there for Army. You got Tyler trying to get a little closer. 7 yards, just short of the first down.
And that's perfect for Army, right? I mean, he's just short, so the clock doesn't stop. The clock keeps churning. They'll take it all the way down to less than 5 seconds on the play clock before either a quarterback sneak, fullback dive, potentially quarterback zone. They don't run very many quarterback sneaks with Tyler. Remember, he fumbled the snap on the one last week.
Typical play call day for Army. 50 of the 51 have been on the ground. At another one straight ahead. First down, Tyson Riley. And Army has everything working its way.
Moore only has one more timeout to use. I guess I'm not totally sure why he hasn't used it, considering he already used the other two to try to stop the clock. You know, I would have probably used a timeout here, because if Army scores, then you don't have to try to stop the clock again after that. They've scored.
Clock continuing to move inside of 4:40 now. First and goal for the Black Knights. Riley lurches forward to about the 3. And now the clock stopped.
Timeout, Connecticut. That's their third and final charge timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
That final timeout coming from Jim Moore Jr.
Well, it's the right decision. I mean, he had to stop the clock at some point.
Hey, how about your thoughts, big picture here for college football and the playoff and potential letdowns? Michigan losing, TCU losing right now?
Yeah, I mean, they control their own destiny for like 6 more minutes, and then they might not after that. Saw where Blake Corum from Michigan got injured earlier. Hopefully he's okay. And these are the teams that are kind of lurking. The Vols, LSU gets a chance at Georgia in the SEC title game. USC plays UCLA tonight. Clemson hoping a whole bunch of people in front of them lose.
Second and goal. Tyler. He'll stuff it in. Second touchdown of the game for the senior. And Army stretches it out even further.
Fire those cannons here on senior day. Boom! It has been a tough season for these Black Knights, but this has been a really impressive performance against a good UConn team. As you see the plebes getting their push-ups in, this is a very important extra point for the Black Knights to make sure they're up 3 scores.
Moretzky spanks it through, 34-17. And the seniors looking to go out ultra strong, and Tyler helping lead the charge.
Once again, Lingenfelter on the edge, so good. Buchanan gets involved. Brahim Murphy, Brent Davis is fired up. It's been a rough couple of weeks, especially on offense. Only scoring 13 points. Got to feel good to get back in the end zone, get back in the 30s if you're Army offensive.
This group on the season averaging 27 per game, and again magnified by the fact that the defense really tightened up the last 2 weeks, and the offense couldn't muster enough to get Army across the finish line to a pair of what would have been important victories. But it seems like all systems have been working in unison today, and Army under 5 minutes away from its 4th victory of the season. Spinning kick from Talley, and that one off the target through the back of the end zone. Touchback. Let's go downstairs. Tina Cervasio there.
As Connor Bishop was coming off the field back to the bench, just looked exhausted. Like he just gave it his all on that drive there. And Bishop a couple weeks ago told me one of his great moments here at Michie Stadium as his Army career is wrapping up here at home. It was winning the CIC trophy in 2020, but not just beating Navy at home in that unique game. It was beating Air Force in an empty stadium. He said it was so unique. All the cadets had gone home already for the Christmas break at the time, and it felt like it was just a one-on-one true battle. He said he'll never forget the emotion of that.
Yeah, Tina, was certainly unusual and special times. Turner complete. Tequila Marion on the outside. Jeff Monken saying, hey, this season may not have gone as scripted for this group, but this senior group, Ross, back-to-back 9-win seasons, impressive bowl wins, including the one last year against Missouri in the Armed Forces Bowl.
Well, yeah, they've had terrific runs, terrific careers, and they wanted to end this one the right way. They had a great chance to do that.
Turner complete to Turner.
If you're Army, the key here now is, as much as possible, you'll give them the underneath stuff. You just won't let them get out of bounds when you give them that underneath stuff. No ability to stop the clock on timeouts for UConn.
Turner to the outside low.
And
Burns
that hurts.
Yeah, he's down.
That hurts because he had to go low. Burns did to catch it, so that keeps the clock moving. They don't want to spike it. They don't want to give up a play, but that just keeps that clock moving. It's a big difference between getting out of bounds there and not.
Turner again. He'll step up. Fire. Intercepted again. Second straight drive ends in a pick, and that one by DeAndre Tobias. And that may seal it.
Boy, you got to be happy for that guy. DeAndre Tobias, he's a senior. Hasn't gotten a ton of playing time, but he's gotten some at times. Almost able to stay in bounds right there. His left foot goes out. I think he had visions of grandeur, but that's a big play. A senior making a big play on senior day, and he's fired up. That's awesome.
In this Army defense, Ross has really turned the page here the last few weeks under defensive coordinator Nate Woody. You know, coming into this game, held 3 of the last 4 foes to 20 points or less. Only one of those 3 games. That looks like it might all add up to a victory here for the Black Knights down the stretch.
Cade Ballard, another senior in the game, getting some snaps. He's been a big part of the success for the Black Knights the last few years. Started a game as a sophomore, played some last year, started several games earlier this year. A senior who never lost in high school. There's a bunch of seniors out there right now for Army in that huddle, and this is a special time. This almost gets me a little bit choked up, right? I mean, this is the last time these guys will ever play a home game. Fortunately, they have a couple more games left, but they make a big commitment and a big decision to come in.
Ballard working his way forward close to the first down, spotted just shy of the 35. Again, game against UMass next week before the showdown against Navy in Philadelphia in early December. And for the seniors, Ross, a big moment of their lives is coming December 1st, branch night. It's when they find out what branch of the military they are assigned to. They have an order of selection that they give, and then it's based on a variety of things, including class rank and military need, what branch they'll be assigned to.
I've seen the videos of that, and it's a celebratory night. It's a big night because you've been waiting 4 years building up to it to see where you're going to serve, what your job's going to be.
Ballard here. Again, not a lot doing, but Army just continuing to try to work some clock inside of 2 minutes. Post night, where they actually find out where they will start their 5-year service commitments after graduation, what bases they'll be stationed at. That comes up early in the new year.
I would imagine that Monken goes for it here, you'd think, on 4th down to try to end the football game.
We've seen Army go for it a couple of times this year, 4th and 1 inside their own 20. try to ice it right now. They can pick up a yard. Got it. Hayden Reed, the freshman B-back, blasting forward for the game-sealing first down.
All this talk about senior this, senior that, and it's a freshman who's had to step up a number of times this year that ends up clinching this game for the Black Knights. Really impressive win for them, and for Jim Mora Jr., I know he'll be frustrated, but this doesn't take, in my mind, any of the shine off of an incredible turnaround for the very likely bowl-bound Huskies.
Frustrating 61st birthday for Jim Mora. Hoping to get a victory, and instead his team will end its regular campaign at 6-6. Neil down there from Ballard. And Army starting to celebrate. Jeff Monken already rolling over for the handshake as his team stops its two-game losing streak with an impressive outing on Senior Day. 34-17, Army victorious. And UConn watches its three-game winning wave come to an end.
Really, really impressive win for Jeff Monken and the Black Knights, coming off of back-to-back excruciating losses to Air Force for the Commander-in-Chief's trophy, to Troy last week, 10-9, had a chance at a game-winning field goal. But it's so important to these seniors to go out with a win. So impressed by the resiliency of these young men, really the young men for both these teams.
Well, tradition to have the Army alma mater played. UConn alma mater as well, potentially. We'll stick here for the Army alma mater. So the UConn alma mater, followed by the Army alma mater.
The West Point alma mater.
Success on Senior Day for Jeff Monken of the Black Knights. Back with more from West Point coming up.
Kevin! Oh, nice. Kevin, where are you? Kevin!
Hey, what's going on? I'm right here. I was busy cash backing for the holidays with Chase Freedom Unlimited. I'm going to cash back on the gingerbread house.
Ooh, it's got a little peep chapel inside.
And a snow globe.
Oh, I wish I lived in there.
You know, I can't believe you lost another Kevin.
It's a holiday tradition.
That it is. Earn big time with Chase Freedom Unlimited. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
Out here, you're more than just a landowner. You're a gardener, a landscaper, a hunter. Because you didn't settle for ordinary. Same goes for your equipment. Versatile, powerful, durable Kubota equipment. More goes into it, so you get more out of it.
A breakfast croissant plus seasoned potatoes for $3, and they're red shirting you?
It's just a standard work shirt.
Hey, way to stay humble, man.
Thank you, Reggie.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
Let me be direct. Some people are paying more than double for teeth straightening with Invisalign. With Smile Direct Club, you get a doctor-directed smile you love for 60% less. That's a lot less. Like a lot. Choose Smile, choose Direct. Smile Direct Club.
My name is Regina Haywood, and I want members of the service to start living near where they work.
You mean in East New York?
All the way.
Welcome to the city.
Together, we are going to stem violence in East New York.
Meeting in the community room tomorrow night at 7:30. You gonna be there?
Hell no.
If you do your job, I got your backs.
Welcome to East New York.
Back here, 34-17, Army victorious over UConn here, the home finale for the Black Knights. Let's go down to winning interviews with Tina.
I'm joined by a very happy group. Head coach Jeff Monken, senior quarterback Tyre Tyler, and senior cornerback Marquel Broughton on senior day. What did this win mean to you guys?
I mean, it was everything. Just getting out here and playing for each other and doing the things that we've been preaching all season. And to see it come out and we actually win a fourth quarter was big. You know, just seeing everybody's energy and stuff, it felt amazing.
Tyre, you just told me how cold you were all game, but what enabled you to have the kind of game you did and lead the offense against a very good UConn defense?
So the biggest thing for me, other than being a competitor, is 3 senior quarterbacks in the room. So, you know, only one of us can go out there at one time. So that mindset of not letting the guy behind me down, not letting Jamel Jones, not letting Kay Ballard, not letting Connor Bishop, guys like Quell, not letting people down. So just going out there, leaving it all we got. That's what drives me. I didn't want to let those guys down, so I gave it my all.
When you think about your time at West Point and playing Army football, what are the emotions playing your last game at Mikey Stadium now?
A lot of emotions. Before the game, I was crying just thinking about it, like, dang, this is the last one. And I just knew I had to go out and do everything I could to bring a win to the other seniors and the guys on the team. So, I mean, it's a crazy feeling, really emotional about it.
I see the emotion. Tyre?
Mikey Stadium is home. This program allowed me to live out like my childhood dreams. A lot of memories on this field. Army Navy on this field. It's bittersweet, you know. But I'm glad the last time I got to play in the stadium was with a win. So a lot of good memories, and it's home.
Young men, congratulations. We'll let you guys go and chat with your head coach. Really appreciate your time, Tyre and Marquel. You could see the emotion. Coach Monken, when you think about the relationships you build with these young men over their 4-year career here and you see the way they won today, what goes through your mind?
I'm just really proud of those two guys and all of our seniors. That's a great thing about this profession is the relationships that we get to build with these young people and the leadership we can provide for them and help them as they go on in their lives beyond college. So every coach is doing it. Coach Moore's doing that with his team. Every coach is trying to do that with his team. We try to do it with ours. And this is just an incredible group of young guys. And they've meant a lot to Army football. They won a lot of football games here. And hopefully we're going to win a couple more. We got a lot of work to do. UConn's a great team. They really tough defense. And just came up with some plays, and those two guys made some big ones today.
All right, I know there's still a lot of work to be done, Coach, so we'll let you go. Congratulations on the victory today.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Tina, Coach, Marquel, Tyre, thanks Jason App, Ross Tucker back up in the booth. 17-3 now is Army at home at Mikey since the start of 2020. That's one of the best 20 records at home in the nation.
And that's since these guys that we just talked to were sophomores. They've had an unbelievable, really all 4 years here. And that is everything right there. Just to see those seniors, what today meant for them, the entire experience of being Army Black Knight football players. I don't think people realize sometimes, Jason, just how much time and effort. I mean, it's a 4 or 5 hour commitment pretty much every day. With everything else these guys have going on with school and all the military stuff, they pour their heart and soul out onto that field, and you can see how much it means to them.
Nice bounce back today. Road outing at UMass next week, and then the showdown with Navy coming in early December.
They have a chance to go 500 if they win the next 2 games, and they will all, including Tyler right there, feel a lot better about themselves if they close this season out with 2 more wins.
Emotional senior day here at Army for Ross Tucker, Tina Servasio, and our entire crew. This is Jason Knapp. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. That's the end of this Army season on a winning note for the Black Knights as they take care of UConn. After the break, we'll send it out to PBR Team Series. For the crew, so long from West Point.